psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate this, you can fucking bite me. I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent, and it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots, if I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate this, you can fucking fight me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate this, you can fucking bite me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate this, you can fucking bite me. I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate this, you can fucking bite me. I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent, and it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots, if I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate, bitch, you can fucking fight me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate this, you can fucking bite me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself. Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself and my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you're going hate this, you can fucking bite me. I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call.
Hi Liz, how you doing? What's up, AO? Are you saying you're not caught up to One Piece? This is the most people I've had concurrent viewers at one time in a long time. 4. I'm blowing up. Well, let's see. Wonder if there's like some old theories. Episode 300? Jesus Christ. I don't even know what. I don't even know what 300 is. 300? Is that even Alabasta? Oh my God. At least she's seen Arlong Park, at least, hasn't she? I'm just trying. I can't even remember. Let's see, episode 300 is, let's see where they're at. Oh, well then she can't be in 300, because this is 300 was, they were in a slobby. I don't know what. Sometimes the chat's showing up on screen, and then sometimes chat's not showing up on screen. I don't know what the hell the deal with that is. Not even Robin? Jesus Christ. How y'all been doing? I hadn't talked to y'all in a while. Did y'all ever move? Are you still living out in California? Then it shows up. I think it just takes a minute to show up. It shows up on the YouTube thing before it shows up on the screen. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Oh, so he already moved, but you haven't moved yet? I'm confused. Oh, okay, you finally. Is it cold there? It's 30. On my computer screen, it says it's 39 where I'm at. I'm in Tennessee. Um, the job was just seasonal, so I don't work there anymore. Um, I have not. I have my no, Tuesday I have my mediation for part of it, part of the thing to get the settlement. Hope to fuck we can get it done. It's taking for fucking ever, man. So I got that going on. I don't know why this fucking browser window's acting up. Hell, here it keeps going. If I ever get settlement and I get millions of dollars, I'll come visit you in South Dakota and we'll go out to eat or something. If I get millions of dollars, I guarantee it. If I get millions of dollars, Liz can come too. Even if she's not there, if I get millions of dollars, I'll pay for her a plane ticket to fly to South Dakota, or a bus ticket, or a train ticket, or whatever. Because I'd have to take a bus or a train or something to get there. Well, the first one I'm settling, hopefully. Well, if I get millions of dollars, a plane ticket wouldn't cost nothing. It wouldn't be that big a problem. You've got to also realize I said if I get millions, as in like multiple millions of dollars. I'll start my own One Piece anime YouTube whatchamacallit organization or whatever. Tullahoma, that's a weird place. That's like such a small name town to think of that you'd want to visit in Tennessee. Shit, I want to say, see, I don't know if have I been there. Is that Tullahoma? I think that's down near or was near where my mom was from. Yeah, I'll do that. If I become a millionaire, a multimillionaire, I'll make a YouTube stream that streams nothing but my fan. Okay, I was gonna watch this video. It was supposed to be 60 crazy One Piece theories that may become true, but the video is only 2 minutes long. How are they gonna have 60 theories in 2 minute long video? Well, now I'm interested. Yeah, you're telling me. There's not some bad. I didn't. I liked where I used to live when I was in college. It's just so small time that there's like that's probably better now, but there wasn't nothing there. But like if I had, as long as they had good internet and something, like I really wouldn't care where I lived at. Oh, well, aside from I don't want to live anywhere where there's like fucking like crazy natural disasters all the time, like earthquakes, tornadoes, shit like that, or um, or like hurricanes and shit. And I wouldn't want to live somewhere cold. I couldn't deal with living in like fucking South Dakota. I really wouldn't want to be there when it gets super cold. Yeah, we had some here. It was like a few years ago that was we had a bad one. Well, I have to figure out when I get everything figured out. What the fuck is up with this? I don't know. It's like I don't know what the fuck happened. Like somehow the window has like is scrolling. Don't I have it all the way on here or something? I don't know. Alaska, fuck that. No way in hell would I move to Alaska. No way in hell. I wouldn't want to live in California either for a lot of reasons, but is that how, like, you didn't want to, you were too scared to say you want to break up, so you just moved to another state? You're like, I'm just moving, you're never coming. I gotta turn this green screen thing off. Oh, wait. I know, I'm just joking. I guess you were right. Do I have this on like 2 times speed? I do. What's with this fucking music? Jesus. Yeah, so that's all. So you were kind of right, Liz. This video was just them scrolling through. That's not really what I was looking to watch.
Your schedule. You call the shots. You've got this, Bree. And nothing can stop you. Not even the night shift. Earn your degree online with more than 175 programs. Apply today to Purdue University Global.
Wow.
Hey.
Man, the ads for this fucking game are ridiculous.
Hello and welcome to the Groundline Review, your source for everything One Piece, and today we are back in Theoryland, but not like the nice part of Theoryland where all of the wealthy theory lawyers and theory doctors live. No. I'm talking the slums of Theoryland, where the really weird and overlooked stuff resides. Because examining good theories is interesting and all, but you guys can go to any other One Piece YouTuber for that, so instead we are here to highlight the obscure, left field, and downright insane fan theories that One Piece has to offer us. Now before we start, this episode will have a special guest, being my wife, who has a fan theory of her own, despite not actually being a One Piece fan. And she'll be on a bit later, but we are going to play a bit of a game here.
It's like this is Liz or something. Like, that this person's wife has a theory, but she hasn't even watched One Piece. What the fuck? Yeah, it's such a fucking scam thing,
So
I
basically,
think.
I'm going to tell you what her theory is about, and I'm going to give you 3 potential answers. And all you have to do is choose the answer that you think will be the right one, and bam, success. However, if you choose the wrong answer, then you need to subscribe to the Groundline Review, which will also grant you regular One Piece content uploaded straight into your YouTube feed, so it really is a win-win situation here. But basically, my wife has a theory on why Nami's breasts continue to grow, and one of these 3 options is her reasoning behind that. Do they keep growing because A, she's pregnant, B, that's where she hoards all of her money, or C, every time she gets angry, the tension moves directly to her chest, and Nami
That sounds like a fucking theory from some fucking anime nerd who would have a theory about Nami's breast size.
gets angry quite often. So yeah, tense angry boobs is what we're calling this one. So make your choice now, leave it in a comment below, and we'll get back to this one in a bit. But for now, let's explore.
Any guesses of what they think the theory is? Is it A, B, or C? That's why you moved to South Dakota. You're like, I can't deal with this shit. B. I don't even remember what they were, but I guess we'll find out. Because of the breasts, that's going to be her thing. What's up, JK?
or some crazy theories. The giant locked up straw hat is Luffy's from when he traveled back in time. Alright, so we're starting off just about as insane as we could possibly get by immediately moving to time travel. And you know what? I'm seeing this Luffy time travel business pop up a lot more commonly in the last few weeks, with some people claiming that Luffy is Roger and even that Luffy is Joy Boy himself, except that he has to like travel back in time to become Joy Boy, meaning that Joy Boy was Luffy all along, which from a serious perspective kind of ruins that whole inherited will aspect of One Piece, but we're not at all interested in being serious today, especially when time travel does actually exist in the One Piece world and still has yet to thoroughly be explained. And look, if I don't think about it too much, I wouldn't mind an Avengers Endgame style scenario where the Straw Hats do travel back in.
I hope that doesn't happen. That'll be lame as fuck if they had to travel back in time. That'll be dumb. I'd rather them go to the moon or some bullshit like I've heard of. I don't want them to travel back in time.
And we take a journey throughout the series. Sounds fun. It's probably a terrible idea, but it sounds fun, so why not? That Tama was, quote, confirmed to join the crew just because she mentioned Ace. That one went around for way too long. Alright, this can be a pretty deep rabbit hole as well, quite surprisingly, but before we get to that, there is a fun thing about Tama because I'm pretty sure she's the only person aside from Luffy, and I guess The Rock, who has worn the straw hat post-time skip, which was done very casually, but this sort of thing has been used as foreshadowing before, like when Robin forcibly took the straw hat and plonked it on her head. But the thing about Tama is that this whole idea has been reignited thanks to Wano Act 3 spoiler character, and there's even more time travel-y stuff behind it, claiming that they are the same person or related in some way.
Yeah, everybody was talking about how good that was. I didn't think it was that great a movie. I really didn't like. I thought I liked Strong World better myself. That would be my favorite One Piece movie.
So I really do think that this idea is far from dead in the fanbase. Zoro innately avoiding stairs because of what happened to What's-Her-Face. Yeah, that's right. The whole situation with good old Facehaver. What's her name?
Yeah. I'm like, I mean, it wasn't like the music was bad, but like, it was also...
Kuina? Yeah, that's the one. I mean, I can imagine this. Actually, yeah, just think about it. The strongest person that Zoro knew at the time, the only one who he was unable to beat, was ultimately overcome by a flight of stairs. So
which one was gold? Was that the one that had the bullet guy in it? I can't even remember. Like I said, I liked Strong World a lot. I liked the whole Shiki thing. I thought that was pretty cool. But
that should petrify Zoro, because if Stairs can beat Kuina, then surely Stairs can destroy him as well. And what's worse is that Stairs aren't even swordsmen, assumedly, that is. So there's no reason whatsoever for Zoro to even challenge them. So I guess he just avoids them out of fear of instant defeat. There is nothing special about Blackbeard. Everyone can have 2 devil fruits, but no one has ever tried it out of fear. So I love this idea much more than I should, mostly because it would just be such a big F you to everyone who is painstakingly
is that where they all showed up at like the where they were, or is that the red one? Like they had like a bunch of characters show up at the place, like Hancock and a lot of other people. I can't remember. I can't keep track. There's too much One Piece stuff sometimes.
Theory crafted about Blackbeard's unique and supernatural existence, able to somehow do the impossible and wield 2 devil fruits at the same time. And then the reality of the situation just turns out to be Blackbeard being some guy who was foolish enough to try eating 2. And really the best source of information we have on this topic is that of a cowman who stated in chapter 385 that Grand Line scholars have already unraveled most of the mysteries behind how devil fruits function, including their observation of someone who consumed 2 devil fruits, which apparently resulted in their body fracturing until there was nothing left of it. And just, I don't know though. This is all good and well, but I make a point of not trusting cows to convey important information to me. So let's put this whole idea on hold for now. Podgasti Rouge having the Gomu Gomu no Mi, and that's how she managed to keep Ace for 20 months. Intriguing idea. And when I say intriguing, I mean in the context of insanity, of course. But you know what it does bring up though? What happens if a devil fruit user gets pregnant? Is the baby affected by their powers at any stage during the
I've kind of thought that's a possibility with the they can't, it's not impossible to have 2, but like they just use that as like a myth to keep people from trying to eat 2. But I also think though, if they knew you could eat 2 and get away with it, like there would be like all the admirals would have like 2 devil fruits. Well, some of that, like, well, you know, that's kind of thrown out the realm now with Vegapunk and his fake devil fruits, because now you can have a character with more than the one devil fruit if you want to. I think Oda was kind of smart to put that in there though, because then you're going to get like crazy shit where you're going to have people having like two devil fruits and it's going to be crazy. So it's really smart to come up with that.
The pregnancy? I mean, they are very much a part of the user's body, which might become especially weird if it was, say, a Logia user. I mean, if Crocodile got pregnant, would he be able to turn his unborn child into sand with him or not? And if not, then this could be very bad indeed for good old Crocomum. Luffy should be immune to drowning in water because rubber doesn't sink. Yeah, look, I think you've got Oda on this one. I mean, I wouldn't say immune to drowning because you can float face first in the water, but in theory, Luffy should not sink because water does not negate devil fruit powers like, say, the Yami Yami no Mi does. It just drains the strength of its users. With that said, I don't remember many situations where...
Yeah, well, I think, didn't it state a long time ago you would sink like an anchor? So, like, it wouldn't even necessarily be about what your body is. It just, like, that's part of the weakness of the devil fruit, is that you would sink no matter what. Like, because isn't that what they called him? Like, he kept calling him an anchor, like, in the first episode, or whenever it was, when he ate the devil fruit. So I don't think that one holds up either. Yeah, they got all crazy. That was all come from the whole, like, yeah, I think that's just got to be part of how it works. You sink. I guess, it doesn't take away his body stays rubber, of course, because we know that from Arlong Park, because they were still able to stretch him, but like his body would still sink regardless. And everything like that. But yeah, so like I see that, like the crocodile thing, that all comes up from what Ivankov had that theory. It's bad enough that like he used to be a woman, but there's also the theory that Crocodile's Luffy's biological mother. Like they added that extra. Like that wasn't crazy enough. They had to add in that.
Where Luffy was submerged just on his own. Like it did happen back to back in Baratie and Arlong Park, but both times he was being weighed down by something. So who knows, maybe this isn't a theory or crazy at all. And maybe
no, it's pretty crazy. It's clear that's what happens.
Laboon is actually the fifth Yonko. Sad face.
What?
Neutral face. What is that face? In any case, now this is not a thing that is, mostly because of language. Basically what's being said here is that Laboon is the fourth emperor, because Yonko means 4 emperors. Although maybe I am being a bit too quick to judge here. Perhaps this commenter knows exactly what they're talking about by calling Laboon the fourth emperor, which I believe, according to mathematics, would make Laboon the 20th emperor in total if he was the fourth. In which case, I'm assuming Laboon would have risen to prominence right after 19th emperor Tonjit and right before the 21st emperor Farafra. There are still some people not subscribed to the Grand Line Review for regular One Piece content uploaded straight
Shit.
Absurd, right? I'd like to say absurd, but sadly I can confirm that this theory is true. Therefore, roughly 60% of you right now are not subscribed. And speaking of, let's see if we can change
my fucking microphone.
I challenge you to predict
my headphones got twisted around this table.
Which was in relation to why Nami's breasts perpetually grow. So, is it because she was
pregnant? Oh, okay. Let's pause for a second here. We don't want to get spoiled on what the answer is. Yeah, sometimes these crazy theories are just so stupid, like make zero sense.
She hoards money within them, or because of angry boob tension? Well, let's find out.
Fan theory number 9. Nami has big boobs. That's not the theory, we just know it for a fact. And we also know that her boobs have grown over a period of time. That is also fact. What is not known is that Nami has been pregnant this entire time and holds the baby in out of spite.
Hi, I'm Will from Zager LLC.
Hi, Will.
If you use Steam, the PC game platform, you could be entitled.
Bye, Will.
To maintain her figure. And it makes the boobs go boink.
And there you go. The answer was A.
His wife's stupid as fuck, apparently. If she was pregnant, like the only thing that got bigger was her boobs, like I think she's actually technically got skinnier too over time. I don't think that was how it would work if she was pregnant. Yeah, True.
Because Nami is pregnant and is hiding it in a very Rouge-esque manner, just in order to preserve her figure. So congrats to everyone who got it right, but for those of you who picked B or C, well, you know what you have to do now. This tantalizing red button is awaiting your click. Sunny Go is secretly the ancient weapon Pluton. Yeah, so here's another idea that's recently been picking up steam again, which tells me that some other YouTuber has probably begun mentioning it quite a bit. The train of thought being that Frankie may have memorized the blueprints thanks to cyborgian features, and use that knowledge to construct the Thousand Sunny, which is now an ancient weapon or a component of a reproduced Pluton. And if this were to be the
Shit.
definite Pluton v Pluton showdown, Frankie engineered versus the old one still lurking somewhere in the world, more than likely Alabaster, I guess. The Tenryubito know that the world is ending and plan to block.
Well, we already know where Pluton is, but I can see maybe Frankie put something, like if there was something that he could build, he could have put it in the Sunny. I can buy that, but it's not going to be the actual ancient weapon. Plus, we already know it's in. We also know where it is now too. So
Blast of into space. Blast off, I guess. And you know, I suppose that very much explains their spacesuit chic, and it would be kind of cool for that to be the case, especially because it runs counter to the other prominent idea regarding these guys, which is that they came from space and settled on the One Piece planet. And just in case you're an anime-only watcher, this idea is not actually too far-fetched, because the manga has very much confirmed that aliens do exist. Enel went to the moon and saw a whole bunch of them, and it's heavily hinted that the Sky Citizens were not originally inhabitants of the One Piece planet. Bounties aren't being raised, it's just inflation. Oh wow. So I love this because this exact idea has now come up in I think 2 videos I'm preparing, one of which examines the economics of the One Piece world, so I'm much more excited about inflation than anyone anywhere should be. But it's very interesting because when you think back to older bounties like say Dory and Broggy, they don't seem like they're worth all that much, do they? I mean 100 million berries each, that is nothing by our standards. I mean Luffy is worth 15 times that. But you do need to remember that these bounties were issued over a century ago, and if we were to apply real world inflation over the last century, then their bounties would be something like 200 billion berries each in the modern day, which if anything is great evidence for why we should not apply real world standards to One Piece. The reason why Nami's bath towel came off was because Sanji removed it while he was invisible. Okay, so what you're saying is that Sanji, having experienced the sheer power of the happiness punch once before, strategically removed Nami's towel to have the attack hit Basil Hawkins. I mean, look, it's a flawless plan. The problem is that Sanji then inserted himself within the happiness punch trajectory, which would effectively be like loading heavy artillery and then just standing right in front of the shooty part. I don't actually know what it's called. Cannon? Shoot hole? In Nami's case, it's called tits. I once saw online one girl who said that Luffy, when he was little, he was put into a pool with rubber in a factory. Okay. I think the
Sounds
weirdest
interesting.
and craziest theory is that Luffy is adopted and is not Dragon's son. Wow, so if this were true, then it would take the entire concept of horrible parenting to a whole new level. I mean, as things are, it's pretty bad with Dragon being an absentee father and all of that, but just now imagine a situation where Dragon goes to the trouble of adopting Luffy just to promptly abandon Luffy. I mean, it's just making Luffy an orphan with extra steps, which I suppose is kind of what happened with Ace actually. Garp sort of adopted him just to dump him on an island, but I guess at the very least Garp did visit occasionally, even if those visits were mostly to engage in child brutality. So
yeah, he kind of just proved it wasn't that crazy because it happened with Ace.
you know what? No, maybe the whole dragon situation is better. That One Piece is going to end before I die. Oh man, why you gotta be like this? Alright, let's be slightly real for just a second. This was and still is one of my bigger fears in this world, which I know is, yeah, it's a massively first world concern, but I definitely do not want to leave this existence before seeing the final page of the most incredible story ever told. And I'm sure that many of you feel the same way because that is just the power of One Piece. That Katakuri will join Straw Hats. Kekwe. Yeah, I still see this one floating around quite a bit to this day. To be fair though, the whole X character will join the crew ideas very rarely die, even if they are just faraway dreams, because in the great words of Blackbeard, a man's dreams never die. This particular dream probably should though. Will Katakuri become an ally? Maybe. Will he join the crew? Nah. No one with a name that starts with P can die. The will of P, baby. Or actually, the will of P, comma, baby, not P baby. But look, when you're right. I mean, let's look at the history. We have Pell, we have Pound, we have Pagaya, we have Pedro. Oh, no, actually, I don't think we do have Pedro. Okay, well, this is getting awkward, so let's quickly move on. That Hunter x Hunter will soon be on a consistent schedule. Okay, this has no chance of coming true whatsoever, and it's by far the worst theory I've heard all day. So bad that we need to just end the video.
Yeah, I mean, that's... I was talking about this in my, when I did my last One Piece chapter review, man. Like, there's got to be tons of people that's died before they got to see the end of One Piece. You know, it's just statistically from everybody.
This is your chance. You keep her alive. Save who you can save.
Hello and welcome to the Grand Line Review.
I mean, it's, well, Oda's like, I think he's only, how old is Oda? He's not much older than me, I don't think. I think 48. I mean, it's not impossible. I mean, I fucking almost died myself. Jeez, Liz. I would move away from you too and go live in South Dakota if I was him, not knowing that. Hell, who knows? He could come from the moon. Well, there is another theory. Like, some people think that Dragon is not Garp's son. Shit, he was? Fuck. Maybe that's why Oda's trying to supposedly get... What was it, like 3 years ago? One Piece was like going to be 5 years to being finished or something? I remember that. Like, it was supposed to be so much percentage complete or something. I don't know. Hopefully I make it. I don't know. The people that'll be lucky, they'll be the people that got to, you know, it's like the people like who died before they got to finish Lord of the Rings or something. Like the people that were born after One Piece is finished. Yeah, I've heard that. Like, that's possible.
Your source for everything One Piece, and today we are back with more maddening fan theories that both put a smile on my face and in some cases a deep, deep sigh within my soul. And as per usual, all of these theories today are going to be presented by our wonderful Grand Fleet members, and if you'd like to know how to get your comment into one of these videos, then simply click that red subscribo buttony thing, and make sure you stay up to date with all of our community posts, and it will also grant you regular One Piece content uploaded straight into your YouTube feed, which is amazing. And before we begin, this video is also sponsored by the anime Naruto JoJo Testimonials Streetwear, but I could have sworn I used the word theory. So let's begin. You to hit me with some crazy.
I used to do the crazy theories and put them in the videos like 12 years ago, my dude. Maybe not 10, 11 years ago. I should have stuck with the anime review and shit. Maybe I would have made it somewhere. Especially if they, after now, like, see, my problem was back in the day, man, like, they would hit you with a copyright strike like that on everything. You would get so screwed for, like, putting in pictures and everything. I was always so scared to put pictures and shit in the videos, because YouTube was way different back then.
Crazy theories. So let's begin with the heads of Raizo and Kaido are the same size. So I could have sworn I used the word theory, not pointless gibberish.
There probably are some Kobe theories, but I can't think of any like that come off the top of my head. But there's always like some people think he might be an admiral. I don't ever expect that to happen in the story. I don't ever expect him. There's no way he's ever going to catch up to Luffy. Why you gotta hate
Whatever,
on the
let's run with it.
theories?
My mind actually had a very
Yeah, well, most
difficult
of the
time
people just
coming to
made up
terms with
craziest
this statement
thing. They weren't,
because
like,
Raizo
legit.
is a big boy. However, Kaido is a bigger boy, standing about 2.5 Raizos tall. Raizo being 10'2" and Kaido being a fairly ridiculous 27 feet tall, which would be 3.1 and 8.3 meters respectively for the rest of us. However, when it comes specifically to the realm of heads, if you don't count the horns, which we never do, Kaido's head is actually really small in proportion to the rest of his body, like super tiny. So not only could Kaido and Raizo's heads be the same size, I would actually bet on the idea that Raizo's head is bigger. So take from that what you will, which is not much. Kuzan joined the Blackbeard Pirates to prevent Teach from kidnapping Robin. Well, at least this one is a theory, but it's not quite crazy enough, because the more I think about it, the more I can't say it. I was going to try and say the more reasonable it sounds, however I really can't bring myself to accept that this would be Kuzan's driving force to affiliate himself with the nefarious Blackbeard. Then again, Kuzan and Robin are one of those nice little background links playing out in the series. He's the one responsible for her survival on Ohara, and they also had that nice moment at the end of Water 7, so I can see a situation where he uses his position within the Blackbeard fold to Robin's benefit. But if she really was his unwavering
That's probably that'll be going around soon enough.
goal, then just go and join the Straw Hats, or even the Straw Hat
Cisgender
Grand
cat
Fleet. It's a
Kobe.
much less convoluted way of preventing Robin's kidnapping. I'm also hoping that Blackbeard doesn't need Robin either, and he somehow got his own method of reading the ancient language, because I'm just not too keen for another rescue Robin scenario in the series. Luffy's Red Hawk attack.
Well, there was I'm gonna see that posted somewhere. Like when I read theories, somebody's going, "Yeah, that's a great theory, man. Did you hear that theory about Kobe being a cisgender cat? That'd be fucking awesome, man." Well, yeah, that's why Blackbeard's got what's her face now. I get Pudding or whatever, because she supposedly can read the poneglyphs when she awakens her third eye, so he doesn't need Robin.
Attack is just Sanji's Diablo Jumba, but in his arm. Alright, I see. So if I understand what you're saying here, you're claiming that Luffy blatantly plagiarized Sanji and should be taken to One Piece court immediately, which I suppose is a bit awkward because Luffy destroyed the Judicial Island, so that's not...
Well, he stole it from Ace more than anything.
Trust not to be broken, whether spoken with an oath or sealed with a pinky. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community and their families. That's our mission, always.
Always.
Unless that was part of his master plan.
I guess I'm back. I accidentally closed my OBS, I think.
Theory, but I suppose it indicates the idea that Haki users, when they push their mastery far enough, can either convert or generate an...
Yeah, I think there are some theories that, like, Luffy's really evil, and when he gets to the end, he's gonna, like, come out with, like, his real dream or something. I don't know any specifics. There's probably somebody that's wrote, like, 15 pages about it on Reddit, but I know I've seen something like that. There's also the theory that, like, Zoro's racist and hates fishmen and all kinds of other shit. No, OBS. It's the software you use to stream. Maybe you know that. Maybe he's just making a joke.
element. In Luffy's case being fire, which provides an easy explanation for Red Hawk, but also may or may not destroy the One Piece world as we know it. Because then things probably devolve into an Avatar-like structure with elemental matchups and perhaps some big bad villain having mastered all of the elements, and it would just continue to pull focus away from Devil Fruits, which is something that's already being quite neglected as is. It is an interesting thought, maybe, but not quite as interesting as. The series will...
I do wonder, though, if Oda's ever going to explain that, because you do get, like, Sanji, how he's able to, like, create fire, and Luffy creates fire, like, and other people create stuff, too, from, you know, other things, because, you know, Sanji doesn't have a devil fruit, so it can't be explained through that, so I wonder if it'll be explained, or if it's just like, I think originally it was supposed to be kind of hinted that it's friction because he used to like kick his feet or something. Plus, then there's Zoro with his Ashura. Like, what's that? That's not a devil fruit. How can he do that? I think a lot of theory is Sanji has like Lunarian DNA in him, and that's why he can set his foot on fire.
Climax with a race back to Gaimon's island, where the One Piece is located. Yes, so Laugh Tale is the island of strange animals. I mean, that would be pretty perfect because no one, and I mean no one, would ever consider landing there if they were on some sort of, serious pirate journey. However, Roger is taken there, he spots Gaimon, and he just laughs because that is what our lifelong journey has come to, hence Laugh Tale. I don't mind the
Liz is into these crazy theories. She should start posting them on Reddit. They'd love her. Sanji's made of cooking oil, and he catches on fire for his... Why doesn't Sanji, like, he always has a lighter. Shouldn't he be able to light his cigarettes himself, like, with, like, his hand or something? I'll tell you what kills me is, like, some of these One Piece theories, they're just, like, about these, like, one-off, like, characters. They kill me. I'm like, why do you care about, like, fucking Gaimon? He was in, like, I don't know, like 2 chapters of One Piece, like 3 episodes of the anime or whatever it was, like, and people still, like, are still thinking about him all these years later. It's kind of crazy to me.
The idea of Laugh Tale being located.
Another one is, like, Gin or whatever, man. People still talk about Gin like he's going to show back up any day. There was like all these crazy theories. There was somebody, and it was gonna be Gin or something, but I can't remember who it was. And I'm like, dude, Gin was all right character, but like he wasn't that great a character. I don't know why everybody likes him so much.
In one of the blues, though, rather than the New World. It might give Luffy and the crew a good excuse to go back and do a montage of the greatest hits of their journey, but yeah, I still think it'll be in the New World. Whitebeard called himself Whitebeard despite only having a mustache because he wanted to see if anyone would have the balls to call him on it to his face. Nobody ever did. I like this image much better than the actual explanation, which has to do with the meaning of the word hige in Japanese. It's just a vague term for facial hair. But really, this is the kind of thing that one could do as the strongest man in the world. It's like how Benedict Cumberbatch pronounces the word penguin as pangwang.
Penguins. Crested penguins. Parent penguin. Why are these woodlands so attractive to penguins?
There's no way he doesn't know the word penguin. He's just trolling because he knows that nobody is going to call him out on his pang-wang related crap. So I do like the mental image of Edward Newgate going, you know what, I'm going to call myself Whitebeard, and I'm going to see how many idiots come along with it. One Piece is just one piece of the whole treasure. After the series is completed, there will be a sequel called The Remaining Pieces.
Oda better not pull this shit. Because if I live long enough to see the end of One Piece, it better be a fucking real ending, man. I swear. If he pulls some crazy ass bullshit like this, I'm gonna be so pissed. Now, it won't surprise me if they don't decide to do something like they've done with Naruto and Dragon Ball and do like a spin-off outside of it. You know? Yeah, he's a cisgender penguin. There are people that do have like crazy theories like that about shit, like there's one, you know who Panda Man is? Liz, you're going to be a cisgender penguin one day.
I've never quite thought about things like this before, and I like it. I like it a lot. Although it does fill me with a bit of dread because it almost certainly means that the story of One Piece, or indeed the One Pieces, will not be completed within my lifetime. And I guess the remaining pieces would be sort of like Hunter x Hunter's Dark Continent.
Are they? I thought that was like turtles or frogs or something that could change their sex. At least that's what I learned from Jurassic Park.
We reach the end of the series, pull the camera back, and realize that the One Piece world we've explored is but a speck of sand in an even more gigantic world.
If you Walmart, you know that with everyday low prices, you can spend a little less to get a little more, to make life a little better.
When you can barely smell your plug-in, What are your guests smelling?
Could be. I don't know,
Try the
Liz.
Defy plug. It has built-in technology.
Well,
to
don't
digitally
do
control
the male
colors,
penguins
scents,
sit on
and
the
tastes
eggs
to
or
smell
something?
first
Is
aid
that what I
fresh for
remember?
50
Or they
days.
take turns or something like that?
Explore. And
Maybe
I
that's
suppose
what you're
in that
thinking
case, I need
about.
to pass on-
Yeah, I heard that theory before too. I'm like, it would have to be a prequel. What? No, they got like, do they have technology in Fairy Tail? It's been so long. I think they made a sequel. Like the dude that does Fairy Tail, he's got another one out now where they're in space. But like he always has like some of his characters are like the same. Like he had one before that called was it Swordmaster? And basically like the girl was the same girl as like he always draws the same girl, and I think he had Happy in it or something. He's always got a lot of the same character designs, even if he calls him somebody different. You know, great teacher Onizuku.
on some inherited will to my children to finish the series because I certainly will not. Luffy can asexually reproduce and is already pregnant.
Who even thinks about that shit? Like, why would you even think about that?
Luffy is short for Lucifer. He was called Lucy in Dressrosa as a shortening of that. Luffy is the name his friends call him, like Treble referring to Doflamingo as Dofi. Luffy is the son of the devil. So if I understand your sentence correctly, Luffy is short for Lucifer, however Lucy is also short for Lucifer, and Lucy is short for Luffy, but his friends call him Luffy. Or do his friends call him Dofi? I don't know anymore. But yeah, Monkey D. Lucifer. I mean, symbolically, yes, Luffy and the entire D-Clan are portrayed as devils in the series, but it's probably quite a bit of a stretch. It does sound like something Dragon might do though, you know, he's sitting down with Luffy's mother testing out names, and throws Lucifer in there as a big F you to the world government, and then he has to be argued.
Did they make a sequel to Great Teacher Onizuku? I'm sure somebody said that before, Liz. Liz is having too much fun with crazy theories.
Down to Luffy. But whatever, this is not and never will be a thing. I have a theory for you. That Straw Hat at Reverie is normal sized, Emu is just small. This is pretty brilliant. So all of those assumptions and ideas about Joy Boy being a giant are completely false, and in fact it's the other way around. Emu is actually a dwarf, and when he sits on the empty throne, that's a simple perspective trick. The throne is actually much, much closer than it looks.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what I was thinking. I know I read or watched, I don't think I read it. I think I watched all the anime of GTO. But I think when I was doing it, I looked at it. I thought there was something they were coming out with. But I do expect once One Piece is over, they're probably going to do all kinds of spin-off shit from it. Like, there's no way they won't. I mean, they've done it with everything else. Dragon Ball, Naruto. I mean, even they brought back Bleach now to finish the Hell arc in the anime. So I definitely expect... yeah. If Liz, if you come up with a crazy theory and we know it's right, do you want me to tell you if you're right?
But it's so small that it looks so far away. To give Emu a more imposing look to the nobody that ever sees him sit on the throne. Saw this theory in an...
Alright, if you come out with one that's real...
Revive Ace using his power. Alright, this one I wanted to include not so much for the specific Ace theory, but just to highlight the Moria Resurrection Brigade. This theory is almost as versatile and widespread as Luffy's mother is X, where X is the person that Ivankov changed the gender of. But people really refused.
I'm being honest with you, like, I always thought, like, Luffy's gonna die in the end of One Piece. Man, I really think Zoro's gonna fucking die. He gets fucking, like, injured so much that, that he's not gonna make it. Like, he's gonna die, like, just from all his injuries. I mean, you still got a chance with that one, Liz, because we don't know that. I'm 99% sure it isn't, but you still got a chance.
To let go of Moria, though. And every now and then you'll see this pop up, you know. Moria is going to resurrect the body of Ace, and Luffy will fight his brother in dramatic combat. Or Moria will resurrect...
Also, like, hey, that's kind of close. Well, it's not true, but there is a theory that's kind of close to that. Yeah, well, he also like he was almost dead at Wano too. You know, hell, they had to give him them drugs, and them drugs are supposed to have adverse effects. You know, and then he saw like we still don't know exactly what happened with that. He saw like death. You know, so
Whitebeard and Luffy will have to fight the strongest man in the world in dramatic combat. Or even Moria will resurrect Goldie Roger and Luffy will have to fight him as the final obstacle to becoming the Pirate King in, of course, dramatic combat.
I don't know, because I didn't even think he would before now, but since he's got Enma, let's see, so he's got Enma, he's got the one he got from Kawina. What's the other sword he's got? It's the one that's the curse one, isn't it? Some people think, I would think that maybe he'll make one of his swords a black blade, since he lost Shushui and it was a black blade. But, like, he doesn't have any of, there's like the 3 different grades of swords in One Piece. I don't remember what they're all called. There's like the common ones, then there's like the one he's got's like the middle grade, and then there's a few of the like supreme grade. I think like Mihawk's sword is one. They saying Roger's sword was one. Now the one at Ennis Lobby, that's the one that the dude gave to him for free. Remember the sword sale? The dude that was selling the swords. That's the one that got rusted. It was the one that the dude gave him, not the one that was cursed. Because the cursed one, it's the same line as that sword that Odin's dad had. I mean, that kind of happens-ish. But not literally, Liz. Yeah, it was that sword that the old man had in the back that he gave him. Because I remember he was all like, he felt bad when he laid it to rest at Thriller Bark. Well, he got lost. Well, there is a whole meme with Zoro. Like, a lot of animes put Zoro in it. Like, he got lost. Yeah. He got lost. Yeah, because the cursed swords are really good swords. It's just they're cursed. So there's like, what is it, Wado Ichimonji? Or is that the one? I can't remember. If that's the one that was Kawina's. And then, fuck it. Look it up. We got the internet. Well, Liz doesn't even know what hockey is, does she? God, there's so many fucking ads on this goddamn webpage. It's ridiculous. Zoro. Yubashiri, that's the one that got rusted. That was the name of that one. Sendai Katetsu. Yeah, Katetsu, those are like that's like the brand of sword. Cause that's like, it's like a different it's a different Katetsu. That's the same one that, what's his face's, Odin's dad had. Yeah, but he gave back Shushui or whatever.
Basically, here's how the One Piece fandom breaks down. If you're alive, then you are Luffy's mother. And if you're dead, then Moria is going to resurrect you. Those are your options. In some moment of the series, Buggy will remove one of his arms and give it to Shanks, even if it's just temporarily. So the Yonko can use all of his power in both arms.
Okay, that's kind of a crazy theory, but that'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? If Buggy could do that. I guess Law could do something like that too, I guess.
I love it. It'll never happen, but I really want to see this Buggy Shanks team up in some kind of fan art. It'll be just like when Zoro had to use Usopp.
I don't know. Maybe he'll have a memory where he remembered when they used to be friends or something, and he's about to get killed. Like, he's got to fight Meat. Maybe he's got to do it to, yeah, but, like, they were friends back in the day, so he might have a moment. Or maybe he's got to fight Mihawk, because Mihawk's about to kill him, so he has to... And the only way Mihawk will fight Shanks is if he had 2 arms. So Buggy gives him the other arms so he can fight Mihawk, so Mihawk doesn't kill Buggy. They're kind of like brothers, you know? They fight like brothers. I don't know if it's like he really hates him or not. Not like say Luffy hates like Akainu or Blackbeard or something.
As a sword, Hana Arashi, or No Storm, I believe he named it. But just imagine that, all of the power of an Emperor of the Sea in one arm, and all of the power of a Muggy Bull in the other. It's just too
Well,
much.
actually, he'd be the power of 2
D
emperors.
is the name given to the crew of Joy Boy. Hence, they all look so different. They are all family, not in terms of bloodlines, but in terms of wills, with a capital W. And quite frankly, this isn't crazy enough. I actually don't mind this idea at all. Like, what if...
Yes, Sarah has her garden, Rachel wants to be an empress, and I, Lucas, will be an alchemist!
What the fuck is with cartoons these days? That's horrible.
Members are given a mighty D to wield. It does really make me want a D Fishman though, because right now it is just humans and giants. But it's also a much more fun idea than everyone of the Ancient Kingdom just having Ds for reasons, and it's very much in the spirit of One Piece, isn't it? Like on Alabasta, where the whole crew got marked with an X, except the D took on a bit more meaning. Anyway, it's too good, I don't like it, please give me more trash. Fujitora will bring down the moon, and this is how NL is going to have his comeback. Perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. And I do like the thought of it happening, mostly because of NL's inevitable comical reaction as his moon is being brought down to the planet, because he'd have this face on the entire time. Alright, this next comment is long, and just FYI, if you do want to be featured in one of these videos, please, please, please do not post essays. I won't.
Jesus Christ. This motherfucker wrote a fucking story, didn't he?
Read them. This one is a rare exception because the first line kind of took my interest. I haven't seen anyone say anything about this, though I'm sure they have, but I think Zoro may somehow have a similar physiology to the Southbirds, except that his internal compass is only functional on Wano. And I'm not going to read the rest because you get the general idea. Just sum up your theory in a sentence or two.
Yeah, there's a theory that Zoro is what is it? An eternal log pose. There's a theory that Zoro's an eternal log pose to Laugh Tale, and that's why he always gets lost.
And success. But this is also a fun thought, equating Zoro to a Southbird, except no matter where he is in the world, he is drawn to Wano. Dude can just internally sense where all of the nice swords and swordsmen are. And just thinking about it, how bizarre is it that we're on the undisputed capital of swordplay and Zoro has yet to fight against a single relevant swordsman? In fact, thinking about it, he really hasn't fought a proper swordsman since Fishman Island, because Snow Girls and Stone Boys are not swordsmen. Sanji has mastered Okama Kenpo and will only use it or incorporate aspects of it into his Blackleg style if he finds himself in a dire situation. And I think the idea actually gets much worse than
a functional alcoholic, though. He doesn't he seems like it helps him out. He's not like that. What was not like the one, the octopus fishman swordsman in Hodie's crew. He was a literal drunk. He did like the drunken samurai style or whatever. That is one big disappointment. Like, that was the reason I wish they hadn't done the whole Kashiro or whatever being, whatever. Because, like, Zoro really didn't, of the place where he should have found a big swordsman to fight, he didn't fight nobody on Wano, you know what I'm saying? Like, because King wasn't really a swordsman, not like the traditional sense. He kind of fought Killer, but, you know, that was kind of like a weird thing. Killer wasn't really Killer when he fought him.
this, because in a truly dire situation, not only will Sanji invoke Okama Kenpo, but I actually suspect that he will need to whip out the dress in order to use these techniques to their full capacity. It's sort of like putting on the raid suit to access his Germa-related needs. Sanji could be a man of many outfits. Smoker is smoking and wearing himself. Wait, what? Smoker is smoking and wearing him. Smoker is... You know what? I think we're done here. But what do you guys think? Please...
Yeah, I mean, the last time it really was a big deal was when he took Sugar out. I think
You know, there have been many fan theories concerning.
I think Oda just doesn't have enough time to like give everybody all the attention they need at this point. You know, he's got so many straw hats, and then he adds in so many other people. You know, he had like Kinemon and all them every damn time. It's like I think I've seen some theory where they think, oh, there's a theory I read where suppose there's actually a real Soga King out there, and they're going to run into him one day. Like, they're going to actually visit the island of snipers. Like, it's going to be a real thing. I don't see that happening. I just don't think Oda's got enough time to do all that. Are you still working for the same place, or did you have to get a whole new job when you moved to South Dakota? Because that's the only thing I was thinking about. Like, I don't know enough about South Dakota to know what's up there. Oh, that's cool. So you just working from home or whatever. That's cool. But I mean, with a lot of places having like work from home and remote ship, you can live. It does kind of give people a chance to live, like, you know, anywhere they want. What about Liz? Is she going to be able to work at the same place, or is she going to have to find a new job when she moves up there? Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. She got any ideas there?
Turning the subscribe button for the Grand Line Review. Some have said that it is the final road poneglyph, whilst others claim that it is Luffy's biological mother, which explains his tendency to smash things. However, the most outlandish theory by far is that pressing it will deliver regular One Piece content uploaded straight into your YouTube feed, which is
I mean, I guess it really just depends on what she's applying for. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what they got in South Dakota. Or I don't actually know what she does for work either, so it just makes me wonder. Unless she can find something at a different company where she can work remote. She can just become a YouTuber and just make crazy One Piece theories all day long. It seems to work for all these dudes.
so absurd that I probably shouldn't even have mentioned it. Try it anyway though. Hello and welcome to the Grand Line Review, your source for everything One Piece, and today we are doing something unusual by diving deep into the realm of theories. Not something I generally do outside of chapter reviews. However, there is a twist to this here topic, because I'm not necessarily looking for reasonable sounding thoughts or predictions. No, that's boring. And in fact, I am far more interested in the realm of obscurity. So I put up a community post on the channel asking you amazing people for some of the more strange and left field One Piece theories that you have heard, because there are many theories out there that are well thought out and put together, but pretty much every other One Piece channel on YouTube caters towards that kind of content. So internet, hit me with your weirdness. Sanji
Everybody's
is a
assisted
fruit,
her
that's
theory.
why his eyebrow is swirly. Alright, well, I guess I did ask for it. So I think I have actually heard this one before, although I don't think it's ever been in a serious context. It's a bit memey. But you know, sure, why not? It would be something of a...
I wonder what the craziest theory somebody had one time that came true was. I'm trying to think. Nothing jumps out. 'Cause I remember a lot of theories were out there about stuff, but like I think any ones that became like that were actually came true weren't that crazy. Not like on some level like Sanji's a fucking devil fruit, you know? I'll be right back. I gotta get something to drink. Oh. Shit. Yeah, okay. I don't remember hearing that one, but I could see that because I think there was always some hint that Oda wanted to do a one-eyed swordsman or something. I wonder if it shows up. No, I was just curious.
Twisted irony, you know, the talented world-class chef who is himself a food. And not only that, but an incredibly poor tasting food as well. Plus, swirls are pretty damn compelling evidence. In fact, with that in mind, I think that we here today can
It's probably revenge for you abandoning her in South Dakota, for going to South Dakota and abandoning her. Do you know when she's gonna finally go out there, or she doesn't know yet? Because I imagine it sucks to have to be paying rent out there by herself. At least you got some like bachelor time, right? I don't mean anything nefarious. I'm not trying to accuse you of that. I'm just saying, like, y'all been living together for a long time, as far as I know. So it's kind of like weird, probably, to be living by yourself. How long have you been? I can't, because the last time I talked to you, I don't think you moved out there yet. How long you been there? Okay, so you hadn't been there that long yet. So you had to drive. What'd you do? Did you like move all your shit? Like get like a U-Haul or something and drive all the way from California? I've never moved anywhere where I had to go that far. Yeah, I mean, having to move everything that far probably was almost best to sell stuff and then buy new shit. Yeah, that's what I used to do. Like if I was moving, we'd always get rid of shit before I moved. And sometimes it's also a good time, like, like sometimes you got shit like it's still good, but like it's probably needs to get thrown out, like start over. Like a lot of basic shit, like if you got like a broom or mop or, some dishes or something, or maybe some skillets, that, they're still good, but like you're like, but go ahead and get rid of that stuff and just buy you some new shit when you move. Liz must have ran off to like One Piece Reddit to like post all her crazy theories she came up with.
Can quite comfortably confirm that every member of the Vinsmoke family is indeed a devil fruit.
Dude, talking about, where I'll tell you where I worked at now since I don't work there no more. Not that I cared that you would have known, but just in general on the internet. I was working, you ever heard of William Sonoma? Yeah, I was working for them in their customer service. Man, you want to talk about like expensive ass fucking shit? Like there would be people and they would order like there was like furniture like they're having an order for like $10,000 more, or more a lot of times. And then the motherfucking shit would be lost. This one person, I was on the phone for 2 hours with them. Took 2 times. Yeah, some of the people I kind of get, like one lady got so, dude, I'll tell you. Okay, let's take a break from One Piece real quick, just because it's kind of funny. Um, this old lady, but like now this, I'll tell you the story I was about to. Like this lady, like her furniture, it was always getting delayed because a lot of their shit was like made to order or something, and like. I would just so that you know, but you might already know this. I think this would apply to anywhere. I'm not just throwing William Sonoma under the bus, but like I would not order furniture from any place because they'll say like, "Hey, it's coming in. It's 2 weeks out or something." There was one person. It took them a year to get their damn sofa. This one lady, she got her bed delivered and it was messed up, so she had to get another one. Then it took, yeah, that was also another problem. There was like, we weren't supposed to tell like the customers, but like there was like when I asked my supervisor about something one day because I was getting a lot of complaints, and she said like there was a lot of like stuff was backed up. It would be at like one of the, because they would have like different stops depending on where the item was coming from, and it would be at the final stop to come deliver to the house, but it would be there, but they didn't have anybody to unload it. And she said like 2 to 4, and I thought she meant 2 to 4 days. No, 4 to 8. I thought she meant 4 to 8 days. So that's what I told the customer. Then come to find out it was 4 to 8 weeks just to get shit unloaded from the truck. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, the lady got her bed. It was damaged. So she sent it back to get another one. Then that took like 2 months or whatever. Then she got it again and it was damaged again. And she was fed up and wanted to get it, just like they would give her a credit if she kept it damaged. And my supervisor would not give her any kind of credit. Like, I was like talking to my supervisor and like Teams while I'm on the phone with this lady, and this lady's starting to get mad. She got so mad, like this, like we were allowed to offer like a certain percentage, like 10% or 20%. I think now 10% was the highest. We had to get more approval. Plus, it had if it was off of so much. And like I kept telling her, like my supervisor's saying we can't go any higher. She got so mad. She's like, "What's your supervisor's name?" and all this. And I was like, I lied because I was like, I don't want to, I'm not going to give her my supervisor's name out. Then my supervisor gets like, called. So I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're not allowed to give out our supervisors' names." So I had to talk, and I individually have an email, like pictures, and then finally the lady kind of agreed to some of the money back. Oh man, it was so annoying. Because, like, they're so set in the fact, which I kind of agree with them on principle, like, hey, if the product's damaged, we don't want to give you money back on a product, right? We want you to get a product that you're happy with, so we'll send you another one. But the shit takes so long to get there, I can understand why somebody would be fed up with that shit, But one of the wildest ones, actually there's a couple. I had this old lady call in, and she was just super mad. And the lady was kind of right, because she was talking like, because they would do stuff where they'd sell like at discount stores or something, like damaged stuff. And like, they're selling that shit for like 50% off. Well, they only want to give you like 20% off. She's kind of right. If I would have been her, I would have just been like, fucking come back and get it, and I'll get all my money back, and, and go from there. That's what I would have done if I would have been the lady, because we could have done that since it was damaged. This old lady called. She just called in, like, to complain about the website. Like, she wasn't ordering nothing. She's like, I can't believe this is all. I'm like, yes, ma'am. And like, she was just so mad. There was a couple of times, like, old people that didn't know how to work the website. And I never got training in, like, how to help with the website issues. So one day I was on the phone for like an hour trying to search all this stuff up to figure out how to do something on the website. And the lady and I said, well, how about I just do the order for you over the phone? And then like, so like, I can't go, I had no access. Like, you could create an account with all your stuff in it. I had no access to these people's accounts. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why she took it. I don't know. That was also a problem. Sometimes they would take the shit back, but they wouldn't put it in the system that it was returned. So then the people didn't get their refund. I talked to some dude. He didn't get his refund for like 3 months. I think I eventually got it put through because I went to a supervisor, but it was ridiculous. This lady's wasn't that expensive, but it was like probably like a $3,000 bed or something or more. But the old lady was like, I didn't have access to like we didn't have access to their account. Like, I had no way of getting access to, so if I'm putting in an order, I had to ask like your name, your address to get everything started. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, can I get your name and all this and we can get it done? The lady just got fed up in the middle and was like, I just can't do this. This is ridiculous. And I'm all like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm trying to get your order. I apologize about the website. I'm like, there's literally nothing I can do. Knowing 99% that it was an older person and they just didn't know what the fuck they were doing. And she was like bitching about her daughter. Her daughter's like, she wanted me to order this for her son or something like that. And I'm all like, and I'm like, well, we can get it ordered for you. I know I just have to get like, I'm like, all you have to do is talk to me and give me your name and stuff. It's not going to take us that long. I think she was getting mad. Like, I think the problem was she already spent 4 hours trying to do it before she called. There was also this one ridiculous thing where, like, the Canadian thing, where it didn't have, like, because they don't have zip codes up there, but, like, on the website, it still asked for a zip code, so she couldn't put a zip code in. They never trained me about that. Like, they only trained me how to put the order in. A lot of shit was kind of wild. It is something different. I know that for a fact. It's not called a zip code or something. Because it is different. I remember that much. I guess the problem was I called it a zip code, but they call it something different up there. It might not even have been. It was something though. It could have been something else, but it was something that was different between this. Maybe it was. Oh, I think. Did they not? Because they have like city. No, that should be just city and state. That should be like city and province. I don't know what it was now that I think about it, but it was something weird that we had to put something in different in the system than how you would a U.S. order. It might have been her payment method. It was something weird, but it was something that was... It was definitely something that we had to do different because it was Canada. I also had one lady that called me from fucking Guam one day. Then I had like that old lady. She just got so mad. Like, I also had this dude call one time. He would not get off the phone, but part of me was like fine because if we were talking on the line, they didn't have like a big deal with us. Like, as long as we were in a call, they weren't it wasn't counted against us. Like, you know, you're on a call. They didn't have like a set, like your calls have to be like 2 minutes. That would have really been hard to do. This dude just called. He had some couch and the foot fell off of it that he ordered like 8 years ago. And I'm all like, we don't even sell that couch anymore. And he's like, he kept asking me, like, he was like getting like, he was like, I should have probably just hung up on him. But part of me was like, fuck it. I'll try and help this guy. Cause first of all, he wasn't an asshole. He was just kind of annoying. So it was like better than talking to somebody that was mad they didn't get their $10,000 couch, you know. But like I went and searched Amazon. He was looking for like the foot for his couch, but he didn't have any kind of numbers. And then he started giving me this big story about how like his ex died, and that was a gift from his family, and they didn't talk to each other. I mean, I got this dude's whole life story. It was so ridiculous. And literally, I was on the line with him for like an hour. Then there was another one. This lady, like, I was on the phone with her for like 2 hours. I even I was over an hour past when I was supposed to get off. Because she kept wanting to like switch up what bed she ordered. So she wanted to see if one costed more or something. And like I had to put it in to see if the discount was approved. And then I had to cancel the order, and then I had to go back and redo it. It took forever. Because people will call in with, like, ridiculous ass, like, reasons to send something back. Like, we weren't supposed to take shit back. I think I took something back I wasn't supposed to one time. Because I had, like, they were telling me we weren't supposed to send the new product out until we got the old one back. So I did that, and then I told the lady, like, hey, once we get your product back, you'll get your new one. And she was pissed. She's like, well, this is your fault. And like, I should be getting the product out. So then I just had to go and redo the whole thing. I mean, I would get, like, some people are just ridiculous, too. Like, there was, like, say there was a sale on something, and, then, like, they ordered something, then it went on sale, like, next week. All these people always wanted all their shit to be price matched. I'm like, that's not how it works, man. Like, I don't understand, yeah, Amazon will just do that shit. Williams-Sonoma was not having that. They would not do shit like that. I've heard about Amazon. They'll just be like, okay, we'll send you another one. It must just be easier for them. Just, they probably lose less money on that than they do, like, trying to figure it out, you know, complaints and stuff. Oh, this one lady called me, and, like, I think like English wasn't her first language, so I couldn't understand her. Like, something, I don't even know what happened. She ordered something and it was back ordered, I think, and then it finally came through and it got sent to her. I think she forgot she ordered it, and she was, like, so mad. And, like, it was out for delivery with UPS, and she told me, do not bring it, do not have it delivered to her house. And I kept trying to explain to her, if UPS has the package and it's out for delivery, there is nothing I can do about it. I don't have any way of contacting the UPS and contacting the driver to have them not deliver your package. You know, she was saying we were scamming her and we were just ordering shit. I'm like, I'm pretty sure we're not doing that, ma'am, you know? And, like, she could not get it through her head that I could not stop a package that was out for delivery from being delivered. Yeah, I didn't even think about that at the time because I think one time in our training we got told we're not supposed to tell the customer to call UPS because somebody did that and they got in trouble. But the lady was being so ridiculous, like, the training, the training they did sucked too. It was like 2 weeks of, like, this online class thing. I got finished like a week ahead almost. Like, I was like the first one done in my class. And, like, but I didn't get any real practice, like, with calls. Like, there was like 2 or 3 days where we had calls, but they didn't do like a practice calls with us, like with real people. We were just kind of thrown out there. So it was kind of hard. Yeah. I mean, and it's even harder. It'd be one thing if, like, I was at Walmart in the actual store and somebody brought something back, or, you know, they didn't get it, or something was broke. I could easily go in the back and get them another one. When you're ordering, like, shit that, like, sometimes custom made, it has to be shipped overseas or whatever, I can't be like, you'll get it tomorrow. I mean, well, a lot of the time, a lot of the problems I had, I mean, I remember one time I figured out how to do some stuff like to get around the thing, but like sometimes it's just stuff I could not do. I couldn't like I don't work. I don't know if they didn't realize like they told us we're not supposed to tell them we work from home. So like, but like I told her, I said, well, I'm not like at. We know the call center is not at an actual warehouse, so it's not like I can go talk to the guy at the warehouse. You know, we'd have to put in like they had like these ways, like if something was lost, you had to send this thing in, and then they were supposed to contact them. That was the worst part of it, was because most of my customer service jobs I had before that, like, it was me doing the thing, so I could fix the problem. But with these, like, there was nothing I could literally do a lot of times to fix the problem. Like, you know, I could look up and see, like, oh yes, it's out for delivery, or hey, yeah, we're gonna get your refund processed, or I can process a return label or whatever. But like, you know, when I used to do the pest control, hey, you got mice, okay, I can put traps down, I can do this, I can handle the problem myself. You know, I can talk to people and deal with people for the most part, but like I had like no control over shit. That's what the hardest part was. I can tell them 1,000 times it's gonna come, but I got no control on that. Yeah, there was one call I got. It was marked as delivered. They delivered it to like a whole different address. I don't even know how that happened because the right address was in there and everything. Now, have you ever seen? I was watching. I don't know why I watched it on. There was this video of these people like unloaded baggage at like for like an airport. Man, they was just taking people's bags. It wasn't just that they were throwing them; they were like picking them up and slamming them down and everything. I'm like, fuck. I mean, I'm not saying that like, you know, I get like, but I mean, I don't think I would take somebody's shit and slam it. Like, I don't mean like, hey, they took it out and threw it over here. They were like tossing, they were tossing the ship. Yeah. Trust me, I wanted to do that. Oh, I'm gonna show you the video. Maybe you've seen it before. I think I
Once you meet
found
with
it.
a TurboTax expert who will do your taxes for you, you're free to do not taxes.
Qantas and Ground Handling Service Swissport Australia launched an investigation for 3 baggage handlers who were caught carelessly throwing passengers' luggage onto a conveyor belt at Melbourne Airport. The Swissport workers had been contracted by Qantas to handle the luggage when they were filmed tossing
See, like that
suitcases
dude just
around.
like, you see that shit? He didn't just pick it up and toss it. He like picked it up and slammed it down. And like whatever, I don't know where that is. Like a lot. I don't know if the whole video shows it. Oh shit, it's not on screen, is it? Fuck. I forgot I didn't have it on screen. We don't need the sound on. But like, but yeah, like yeah, that's what I should have done. Let me tell you about. That's what I should get a job selling One Piece manga. But like, this is what I'm talking about. Look, dude takes that. He just picks it and like slams it down. And like they're just like chunking this shit, dude. Like he's mad or something. Like they throw this shit. I don't know what's over here, but I know at some point shit falls off over into God knows where. So no wonder motherfuckers lose their bags and shit all the time. So, yeah, that bag's gone. Oh yeah, I'm mad. That shit. I mean, I've done some hard ass work too. That's got to be. You got to be tired as fuck. Like they must be getting ready to get off or something. They're like, we're getting these luggage out of here. I've never worked at UPS or nothing like that, so I don't know. But I've heard stories. Liz did abandon us, didn't she? Maybe she's out looking for a new job. Just make sure they're a cisgender cat and you'll be alright. Or a cisgender penguin. I don't know how many redheaded people there are in South Dakota. I can't imagine there's too many. So it might be hard for you.
That it is the final road poneglyph, whilst others claim that it is Luffy's biological mother, which explains his tendency to smash things. However, the most outlandish theory by far is that pressing it will deliver regular One Piece content uploaded straight into your YouTube feed, which is so absurd of chapter reviews. However, there is a field One Piece theories that you have heard, because Sanji is a devil. It would be something of a... Also, FYI, in the manga, Vivi's breasts in particular are also devil fruits. Not in the anime version though, because they removed the spoils. So yowza, that's gonna come back to haunt Toei when Oda makes that revelation. But you know what bothers me most about this whole Sanji is a devil fruit theory? It's because nobody tends to take it further and state exactly what kind of devil fruit Mr. Sanji would be. And my personal speculation would be a mythical Zoan model pervert. Kinda late add-on, but there's a theory that the reason Luffy has zero interest in girls is because NL hit Luffy in the balls. Alright, I'm going to be very honest with you, Blazer the Dazer. I think you're 100% right. Because if we recall the events of Alabasta, Luffy was keen to see the display put on by Nami in the women's bath, but after that he never displayed such an inkling again, as demonstrated by...
Well, I mean, even the damn camel and the chopper were nosebleeding after that shit.
Yet another bath scene featuring Boa Hancock. So yes, I think we're onto something. Not really, obviously, but yeah, let's go with that. Dragon is somehow the first to have 2 DF Wind Logia and mythical Dragon Zoan, plus he's Uranus. Or Uranus, I suppose, to make it sound less like anus. So basically, Dragon is everything, your anus included. And personally, I think it's just incredibly greedy for the...
Maybe Dragon is the One Piece also. Fuck it. Make him the One Piece. And Goldie Roger, too.
User of not just 1 Wind Logia, but 2 Wind Logias, according to this comment, as well as a mythical dragon type on top of that. And I know that's not what this guy is saying, but that's what I prefer to think, and it's probably just as likely. Dragon is a prime candidate for speculation as quite possibly the most mysterious character in the series, and as such, anything and everything will be attributed to him. Not just the obvious, but as we see here, Dragon is also an ancient weapon. Then again, Dragon is also often cited as a former Marine Admiral, and there's also the obscure train of thought that Dragon is himself the One Piece. But of course, my favorite piece of Dragon-related speculation is that he is Luffy's mother. That's right, not...
You're not gonna scare us. Scared you?
I'm scared.
Taking you with me. You do what I say when I say it.
Just the father, but mother as well. Speaking of, does Crocomum count? Crocomum absolutely counts, and I'm sure this is something that each and every one of you has stumbled across, but due to that little conversation between Ivankov and Crocodile in Impel Down, where Ivankov claimed to know Crocoboy's secret, it is not only fanon now that...
It's crazy. Like, Crocodile, like, I mean, he's a big character in One Piece overall, but, like, one of the biggest mysteries in One Piece, I think Otis sometimes just comes up with this small-ass shit just so people speculate on stuff. You know what I'm saying? You also got, like, besides Dragon, Like Shanks, we know a little bit more about him. We've seen him a little bit more in Dragon, really. But, like, of somebody that's been around since, like, the very, very beginning of One Piece, how little we know about him is ridiculous as fuck at this point. We know more about a lot of other... It's one thing not to know much about Kaido or Big Mom until they showed up. But, like... Yeah. I don't know, though. I think he might do it to troll. I think Oda can do some troll shit, too, sometimes.
Crocodile was once a woman, but this thought has been taken further to very dangerous places, and now, whether you like it or not, Crocodile is indeed Luffy's mother. That really was the danger of releasing Ivankov into this world though, because now literally any character can be Luffy's biological mother, with just a bit of hormonal assistance. Dragon is Luffy's mother, Crocodile is Luffy's mother, Southbird is Luffy's mother, hell, in fact, Luffy is Southbird's mother. The potential is, rather unfortunately, endless. Blackbeard is 3...
She fell asleep. It's what, like, it's like, it's like 8 o'clock in California, or, yeah, right, 7, yeah, 2. Is South Dakota, is it in Central Time Zone, or is it in Mountain? It's Central, right? Really? Yeah, I'm in Central too, yeah. What, does she have to get up real early for work or something? Or is she like an old lady? Yeah, I was trying to figure, my friend lives in Colorado and she's on Mountain Time. Oh. How does she get up so early to go work out and be lazy at the same time? That's like an oxymoron.
Little men in a coat. I love this. Of all of the explanations surrounding his ability to consume multiple fruits and frequent ties to the number 3, this is certainly my favorite. And how could anybody even come close to being disappointed with a twist like that? I mean, just imagine that beautiful chorus of zehahas echoing
all she does is work and work. All she does is work and work out.
Is actually pointed to Laugh Tale.
This is what I was talking about earlier.
Part of a collective of crack Zoro thoughts, one of which is that he has been to Laugh Tale during the 2-year time skip. Here's the thing though, I would actually be quite keen for Zoro to be the first Straw Hat to step foot on Laugh Tale after accidentally discovering it somehow, while the rest of the crew are in the general vicinity. Kind of like how he was the first to arrive on Sabaody, although that was largely thanks to Perona. Still, just imagine the comic potential of Zoro being able to say that he, the man with the worst sense of direction in the world, was the person to discover Laugh Tale after all of this time. But that's not the end of this, because we still have some more Zoro to come. That Zoro will open his eye and have some kind of Sharingan. Now, I need to be careful about how I say this because I've certainly done it myself, but many have the tendency to latch on to hidden features and claim that they will always have a profound purpose. In fact, I, for one, kind of live by the idea that if a primary character is given a mask, then it is for the sake of having a reveal down the line. And for the most part, I think that's proved pretty accurate with One Piece, but with all of that said, I do want to stop hearing about Zoro's eye. And there's all sorts of thoughts and deviations on the Sharingan idea, like the idea that he has contained the demon of a cursed blade in that eye, and all sorts of things that point to similarities with Silver's Ray Lee. Sometimes though, a design element is just a design element, but I am fully prepared to eat my words one day.
Yeah, I would think, I mean, I guess Oda could, like, but I would think if he was gonna pull it out, if there was ever gonna be something, he would have pulled that shit out against Kaido, right? Like, cause who is he ever gonna face off, unless except for maybe Mihawk, who's gonna be on Kaido's level ever again? You know, because Luffy's going to have to be, and we're not going to assume, like, other people, like in Blackbeard's crew, they're going to be on Kaido level, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if Zoro had some sort of secret hidden eye power or something, he would have pulled that shit out when he was fighting Kaido, you know? So, I don't expect there's going to be anything more to it than it's just, the eye got destroyed or damaged or whatever. As somebody that had to walk around with like one eye closed all the time when I had one of my eye surgeries, I don't know how he bothers keeping it closed all the time, because you have to literally you have to consciously keep the eye closed. It's annoying. I mean, I guess, but I mean, wouldn't you think, like, I mean, he did say he used all his strength in that one move against Kaido, so I would think that would have been it. I don't know. Yeah, that would be kind of crazy, wouldn't it? But that also seems kind of weak. Like, it seems like Mihawk wouldn't want to fight nobody that's... Because, you know, he didn't want to fight Shanks after he lost his arm, so... Is he going to use that excuse against Zoro? Is he going to be like, oh, you only got one eye now, Zoro? And trust me, for somebody that had experience of only having one eye, it's not horrible. I'm not saying it equates to being blind, but there is a big difference, like, to just having one eye versus having both eyes. It makes a big difference. So it is really a handicap. Maybe not as bad as, like, not having an arm, but still.
If he does open that eye, to reveal a squishy ball similar to those owned by a certain Mihawk. Blackbeard getting the Gura Gura no Mi by eating Whitebeard's dick.
What the fuck?
Gin is every mystery character.
That's true.
Right. Ever since the conclusion of Baratie, a certain segment of fans have been rather desperately anticipating the return of Gin, a man who almost certainly died not too long after we last saw him. He is one of the very, and I mean very few characters who has never appeared in the series again, and even in 2020, as we prepare to take on 2 of the 4 Emperors in Wano, speculation is still rife, with one of the more recent ideas being that Gin was now a member of the Tobiroppo, or maybe even CP0 or Sword, or actually anything. If it exists, it is Gin. And given that this train of thought has been running strong since 1999, I don't think it's going to slow down anytime soon. Strangest theory I came across in One Piece is Bonnie is pregnant with Ace's child, and she is hiding it with her devil fruit abilities. Something like that. I don't remember the whole theory, video, or the guy who made. I watched that video really long time ago, and once again, I think I...
You said to my face that you never turn into the abomination anymore.
No, I said I choose not to. These were extenuating circumstances.
You understand?
I brought this on myself by asking for these theories. No comment. That Sanji learned Newcomer Tempo, and that he can use Deathwink with his hidden eye, and TBH, I would love to see it. Alright, so I'm assuming you mean Kenpo, and this is kind of like a variation on the Zoro Sharingan theory, because one eye is hidden, so it clearly must have a hidden purpose. Just like Sanji's initial hidden eye, which had mountains of speculation regarding it, and then the post-time skip came and went, and it was nothing. I do find the thought of Sanji using Deathwink quite funny though, a technique that he would only invoke in the most desperate of situations, brushing his hair to the side to reveal eyelash extensions and combat mascara. And in fact, maybe he even has to put on the dress in order to use it to full effect. This could be Sanji's own personal Sogeking here, an alter ego disguise. Sanjina perhaps? Princess of the Jungle.
We already kind of got
Meadows
that with the
is
raid
Kaido,
suit.
so I'm starting to see a trend here. A lot of the theories tend to center around this person is actually this person, as well as this person gave birth to that person, and this person boned down with this other person. Still, this whole Meadows is Kaido train of thought was one of the craziest niche ideas that I have ever experienced, because I quite vividly remember this one circulating through the fan base, specifically on AP forums. And if you're not familiar with it, basically Meadows was this dude who was in the Corridor Coliseum, and he appeared in the Battle Royale, but then unlike most other competitors, he wasn't seen again. So people latched onto this and thought that there was some purpose behind keeping this particular character shrouded from the story. But then of course he did appear again randomly, and that put a halt to any sort of thinking along those lines.
The Kaido, that guy being Kaido one, or the Sanji one?
Once again, signaling that sometimes there definitely is no grander plan. Roger's base had a theory that Randolph, the rabbit homie, had Mihawk's soul. I think I very vaguely remember hearing something along those lines.
Yeah, I remember
This
people were
is one of
saying
those
that.
situations where we really should not judge characters purely based on the hats they wear. I mean, there are circumstances like Rayleigh and Mihawk's coat looking startlingly similar, and that is almost certainly conveying a connection there, but that is a bit different to seeing a rabbit in cosplay. And while we're here though, let me just say that Randolph was probably one of my favorite characters.
You heard the theory that Mihawk is Rayleigh's son? That's a big theory out there now.
characters introduced on Whole Cake Island, and I always thought it was a bit of a shame that we didn't get much more of him. And again, you could probably say that for most characters in that arc, or indeed the entire post-time skip section of the series. Roger had the jacket fruit, but never used it. Alright. So I actually really like this one. The idea that the Pirate King had one of the most useless devil fruits in existence and became king despite that. However, and this is a big however, in Roger's hands the Jack no Mi is actually pretty damn perfect. Because this is the very rare circumstance that will grant this fruit some good use. Because imagine a situation where, say, Roger unzips and then tells Garp to get inside him. In a completely platonic way, of course, but thus going on to become one of the most powerful beings that this world has ever seen. I once saw a man say that Kaido is a road poneglyph, but YouTubers sometimes make fake theories for views. Maybe that is why. And look, I need to own up to this one. I mean, I certainly did not create this theory, but I actually did quite enjoy it, and I would have been completely on board with the idea that Kaido was a poneglyph that was given a mythical zone or something, which is why he's completely unkillable, because the poneglyphs themselves are effectively indestructible. So I may have let this idea slip out in a couple of chapter reviews, and you know what? At the time of this recording,
yeah, that's kind of seems like something Oda's dropped. Well, there was the one thing in Wano, like what was it, the teapot of at Tama's has like a mythical zone fruit. It's kind of ridiculous that has that. And we still haven't, maybe we'll get that explanation now that we're, that since Vegapunk's explaining everything. Because remember, that was supposed to be something we would get explained, is how you feed inanimate objects to devil fruits to inanimate objects. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's still not impossible. Like, what if Vegapunk gave them, like, green blood or something, you know? There's definitely, it's not out of the board. Because I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to take Vegapunk with them. I think they're going to escape with Vegapunk. I don't see... Because if they didn't, like, I just don't think it's going to be any good if Vegapunk doesn't escape with them, you know? So, like, I'm pretty sure Vegapunk's going to end up escaping and going with them to Elbaf or wherever. So, and then maybe we'll get some more reveals. There's also a lot of people were thinking Zoro will feed devil fruit to one of his swords too. I don't know if Zoro would do that though. I think he might look as that like as a weakness or something.
Oda still has not provided an explanation for Kaido's godlike toughness, so meh. Akainu is in love with Kuzan. Excellent. So what we're implying here is that Punk Hazard was either a lover's quarrel or 10 consecutive days of Lokia users banging. I see. I mean, it certainly gives new meaning to the term Fleet Admiral position. Aokiji can freeze time. Okay, that's actually a kind of funky abstract take on the fruit. And before Wano, I would have said that was completely ridiculous because Oda never messes around with time, but look, we have Toki now, so all of that is out the window, so sure, why not? The awakening of the...
No, well, I seen you said you had to go, or you were leaving, I'm pretty sure. Sometimes it's weird, sometimes the chat doesn't show up, and then sometimes it shows up on screen, and then doesn't show up on YouTube chat. I don't know, it's weird. He thought you fell asleep because he says you're an old lady that goes to sleep at 8 o'clock because you got to get up and work out, and that's all you do. I'll tell you a theory that I have. I think it's not even Luffy's mom, but like I think Dragon stole Akainu's girlfriend or something. Because he had a hate boner on for fucking, for Dragon at Marineford. Like, he was just so hated Dragon. Or they used to be friends and were in the Marines or something. He's definitely got a problem with Dragon, big time. And it seemed like it was even more personal than it was just about him being the head of the revolutionaries. Are you missing him since he's out in South Dakota now? Are you just living the single life in California?
here to me.
Yeah, well, I
almost
guess
meant to use
like
them.
at the time, I thought, well, because even Ivankov thought he was going to show up because he thought that Ace was Dragon's son. But I guess when you find out that he wasn't Dragon's son, like you kind of see why maybe he didn't show up.
Sure. Heracles is Green Bull, and I kinda support it. I mean, everyone believes that GB can control plants, and Heracles never removed the armor. Then GB has been away for years. I don't understand the last sentence there. But why does quote-unquote everyone believe that Green Bull can control?
Damn, that sucks. We had some power outages here recently when it was really cold. But nothing, at least not for me. Some people in the city were out for a while, but I wasn't, luckily. Just for a few hours at a time. Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe he could have came for Luffy. But I mean, it just basically... But think about this, like... I mean, maybe Oda even thought about it, but like... At the time, man, think about everybody else. Everybody else that already showed up that Oda had to take time. Think if he'd had to explain Dragon on top of that, that would have been crazy. So it's probably good that he didn't show up, to be honest with you, but I get it. Yeah, one time, this has been 20-something years ago, when I was in high school, we had a big ice storm here, and a line, like, power was out everywhere for a while, but like a limb fell on our line from the pole to the house. So like we were like at the very end of getting somebody to come fix it. So when I was out of power, we didn't have power for like 10 days or something. It was ridiculous.
Plants. Is it just because he has green in his name? He could control any green thing. I mean, he could be an avocado Logia for all we know, but that doesn't even properly delve into the discussion at hand here. So we're positing that this man is actually this man. Yeah, okay, why not?
I don't think
legit.
so.
Sanji is stronger than Zoro.
Nope. Nope.
Oh,
sorry.
And this one takes the award for the most outlandish theory of the day. I probably
Agreed.
don't even need to go into this one, and we're definitely not going to top it, so this does seem like a solid place to end. Although in all seriousness, Sanji fans, don't come at me. I honestly do not care who is stronger. But what do you guys think? Please do leave your thoughts in the comments below, or even join my Discord server. And if you'd like
Yeah, that sucks. Like ours got put because the whole city had so many power outages. The people were so behind. Like ours, they had to work on getting the main shit back up. So that's why ours got pushed off so long. True. Yeah, I remember like when she showed up after Little Garden, like they were all like, "What the fuck?" See if I can find somebody else. It's just giving me all recommendations for him. Jesus. Yeah, what would be even worse is if you'd had internet the whole time, but you didn't have any power to use it. So I guess he took a good time to move to South Dakota, right? He didn't have to deal with all that. Did you lose power?
For bathroom odors that linger, try Febreze Small Spaces. Just press firmly and it continuously fights odors in the air and on soft surfaces for 45 days.
That's another reason I wouldn't want to live in South Dakota. We had some snow here.
I spent 100 hours researching the wackiest theories in One Piece, like the theory that this dude is actually Luffy's mother.
We didn't lose, that was like, but like, I couldn't imagine 4. You neglected the fish, Liz? I thought you were a vegan. You might as well have went to Captain D's and got like some, or are you one of those vegans or vegetarian people that eat fish? I always found that weird. Like, I'm vegetarian, but I eat fish. Like, a fish isn't still technically a living creature? Horrible, immoral, unethical. Liz, I'll give you a spoiler. There is a character in One Piece that comes in later who has the power. I don't even know what his devil fruit's called. I think it's a hormone fruit or something like that. They can change the sex of characters by injecting them with hormones. So the theory is that Crocodile knows that person. And there was a secret that was mentioned. And the secret was that Crocodile used to be a woman and he got turned into a man because he was too weak to be a pirate as a woman. And that now, because he was turned into a woman, he was Luffy's mom. I hope you're not kissing fish. There was this thing recently about these crazy ass white woman who made all these posts about having sex with dogs and how having sex with dogs. It's a very popular theory, Liz. I don't know why you gotta be hating on it. Very popular theory. Very likely to be true. And so she said it was normal that all women have sex with dogs and it's normal to have sex with dogs. I don't believe that she did. I thought she was trolling on Twitter, but it turns out that she actually posted a video of her having a dog fuck her. So, but like I know women do this shit, but she acted like it should be normal or like all women do this. And I'm like, I've known a lot of women in my life, and I'm pretty sure 99.99999% of those women have not fucked dogs. And even if some of them had fucked dogs, I do not believe it is a normal thing, and I do not believe all women fuck dogs. I mean, I'm a man, of course, and I'm mansplaining right now, but I don't know if I can show. I don't know if she posts like. I don't know if I can show this. There's a video on YouTube of her on Twitter of her making out with a dog. I mean, I'm not going to show a video of her fucking a dog. I'm just trying to find the tweet where what she said, what I thought was ridiculous. Okay, I gotta show this. It's pretty funny. I can't scroll though. This. This isn't the girl, but this is the girl. This is the one. This dog's smart enough to walk her, but not fuck her. I'm like, really? Something's wrong in your fucking brain, man. Or woman, I guess. No, that's not her. I'll show you a picture of her. Give me a second. You want to see a picture of her? She has porn on her Twitter, so I can't show it. I got to find a picture where she's not naked. There's a picture of her naked. You don't want to see the video of her making out with a dog, do you? I don't know if she has any. I don't know if I can show this. She's in her underwear. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to look for the tweet where she said it was normal to fuck dogs. Well, the dog she's making out with, let's see, it looks like a Labrador or something. I think it's the same girl. I don't know. I can't really tell in that video. Plus, all her pictures are her naked. Somebody told me the dog she fucked was either a Chihuahua or a Poodle. I did not watch the video, just to be clear. Okay, I guess this isn't... Can you see this? She's not naked in this. That's the girl. Her name is... Do you know what this means? Naughty? Naughty Fairy. The dog, the makeout would look like it was like a Labrador or something. This reminds me of you, Liz. This is a tweet. Man, excuse me. Man, shut your miraculous lizard-looking ass up. The only thing that reminded me of you was because it said lizard in the tweet. No, she's not bad looking. There's another picture of her. She's got red hair right there, buddy. Better watch out. I'm just trying to find that tweet. Maybe she took it down. I don't know. Yeah, I can't scroll it because she's like half her pictures are her like naked. I got banned off FanView. I hope everyone gets refunded. They said we cannot allow someone who fucks dogs on our platform. But honestly, I don't do the fucking. I just get on my knees and the dogs do the rest. I'm the one being fucked. You said you're looking for a new girlfriend in South Dakota. There you go, buddy. She says she's done with dogs. She needs a man. She's got red hair and everything. I'm trying to find the tweet. Oh, dude, here. And then the tweet before this. I love helping guys cheat on their girlfriends. I try to get them caught too, though. I make them finger me and eat me too. I send them back to their girlfriends smelling like my pussy. I low-key want her to figure it out. Maybe that's not her in the video, because there's another video of a girl making out with her dog. Do you want to see this one? This one's like straight up French kissing a fucking like rock, not a fucking pit bull. She went on about a 10 tweet rage about how fucking dogs is not as bad as like eating dogs and like keeping them locked in cages. Oh, here's another one that she says all women do. I don't know if this is true or not. You can verify this, Liz, if you like. Things that every woman does, but only I'll admit. We literally finger knuckle deep, like super deep, and after we come, we wipe our fingers on our sheets or shirt and text. Most of the time, we go to sleep and don't wash our hands till the next day. This is fact for all women. But no, she says it's a fact. All women do it. You're telling me this dog fucking girl does not represent all women like she claims? Are you telling me that, Liz? Are you really a woman? Are you a woman? I don't think so. I'm still trying to find her one tweet because that was the thing that got me. Like, I don't. I am not. I am like anti dog fucking, either being fucked by or fucking the dog personally. But whenever she said that, but like whatever you do in your own time, whatever. But when she said literally it was normal and all women do it, I think she might be mentally ill too. The way she's posting things too. Aside from just the dog fucking. Yeah, I couldn't scroll this shit. She just literally had a picture of her pussy out there. You're a canine gender penguin? Canine, you better watch out. She might want to come over and fuck you. I can't show this picture of this tweet. But you're a canine gender penguin. Canine gender counts. I have made a decision to come out. As we know, humans are complicated and intelligent beings. We aren't always simple. I have been with 6 dogs this past year and only 2 men my entire life. I am trans canine. I just want friends and a crowd that accepts and loves and cherishes me. And she has a picture in her underwear with dragon, octopus dildos, and maybe dog dildos. I don't know. She might be. I don't know. This fucking girl is literally insane, man. I still want to find that tweet. Okay, here's some of the shit she's saying. She's saying it's actually pretty normal. 3 out of 4 women do it. We just keep it secret. Too many judgmental people. No, she's still posting. She's posting new shit. Here's her stats. She's 5'2", but she's got good pussy. I get my pussy eaten every day, almost, why women have to beg human males to do it. She got banned off of OnlyFans, apparently. Well, you interested? You wanna sign up? I can post a link. Just in case anybody's curious. You can verify, because I can't show her Twitter. I can't show her Twitter on stream. Oh, it says she deleted her tweet. Maybe? I know there was a tweet where she literally said she thought it was normal for women to fuck dogs. I really do not think that would be labeled as normal. I don't even think it's good. Probably unethical too, but it's sure as fuck not normal. I'm sorry, it is not normal. It is not normal. It's like all them dudes. It'd be like me if I had like one of those like real girl like sex dolls over here in my bed, and I was like, it's normal. Every guy fucks a sex doll. Every guy has a fucking sex doll girlfriend. Like if I acted like it was like something that everybody does and said it was normal, not saying it's weird, gross, or something that people don't accept. Trying to find that tweet that the one I was specifically, but like literally she said it was normal. But I mean, like I said, trust, like, I wasn't making that shit up. On Twitter or OnlyFans? Oh, you mean on Twitter. I was gonna say fuck. Apparently she's using this site called FanView. I don't know if that's like, I guess that's like an OnlyFans kind of deal. Fuck. Well, I don't have a wife, so I'm good there. Crazy theory. Nami is a dog fucker, and she's gonna find and fuck the dogs on One Piece. I don't know, dude. This would be something I probably would have a problem with. Even if she said it was in her past, I don't think I could deal with that. That's pretty fucked up. It's one thing if she fucked a bunch of dudes before, you know, but like if my wife told me I've had sex with more dogs this year than I've had sex with men in my entire life, that would be a pretty crazy. I wonder, like, how would that divorce go? Would I have to, like, I'd have to file for divorce, and the reason, Mr. Roy, why are you filing for divorce? My wife told me she's a dog fucker, sir. I'd be like, oh, okay. And I'd be like, I need custody of the children also. I mean, I know you like animals, Liz, but not as much as that girl does, right? At least I hope not for his sake.
Luffy might die at the end of One Piece. But here's an absurd sounding theory that might actually make sense. The first ever rival devil fruit user that Luffy fought in the story was Buggy the Clown all the way back at the beginning of One Piece. Buggy, who ate the Chop Chop fruit, was revealed to have known Luffy's mentor Shanks as a child and even served alongside him as a cabin boy on Gold D. Roger, the Pirate King's ship. Throughout the entire series, as Luffy has fought tooth and nail to get stronger, Buggy has been failing upwards. After Luffy teamed up with him to break out of the prison Impel Down, Buggy was named a Warlord of the Sea by the world government, and now he's even become an Emperor of the Sea. But if Buggy keeps accidentally stumbling into higher and higher positions in the pirate world, there's only one more place to go after being called a Yonko. That's right. Even though Luffy will be the one to deserve the title of Pirate King the most, is it possible that the world will recognize Buggy as the Pirate King first? However, in all my research, that theory doesn't even come close to the craziest. That's right, there are 10 more theories even crazier than Buggy becoming Pirate King.
Man, if Oda did that shit, I'd be so pissed. It's bad enough that he made Buggy a fucking Yonko. If he made Buggy the Pirate King, that would piss me off so bad.
Now this next one deals with who had Luffy's Gomu Gomu no Mi before Luffy did. Lots of people long assumed that it must have been Roger. After all, Roger shares a dream with Luffy. He was the original owner of the Straw Hat and has a really similar personality to Luffy, so it would only make sense if Roger had the Gomu Gomu no Mi as well. But this theory says that it's not Roger after all, but Portgas D. Rouge, who previously had the rubber fruit. And for those of you who need a reminder, Rouge is Luffy's brother Ace's mother, so she's noticeable for having been pregnant with Ace for 2 years before giving finally birth to him. Since the government was rounding up any baby that could have been Roger's offspring, she somehow kept Ace in her womb for 15 extra months. How is this possible? Well, according to this theory, she did it because she had a really stretchy uterus, I guess. Now, I know that Oda's series isn't exactly scientifically over-accurate, especially when it comes to the medical field, but this one seems like a stretch in more than one way. But moving on from this, we all know that Goda is a master of foreshadowing. Therefore, he'd never put anything in his series that wasn't relevant. So what was the Davy Bag fight arc all about, where the Straw Hats competed with Foxy on Long Ring Long Long Islands? It's an arc so disliked by some fans that some people mistakenly think that it's a filler. I used to think that, honestly. But nope, this is an actual canon manga arc. So will Davy Bag fights become important again at some point? Well, some people think that it will come back in a big way when the Straw Hats finally go head to head with, not Shanks, but the Blackbeard Pirates. Now, every One Piece theorist out there has their own dream matchup of which Straw Hat will fight with which Blackbeard Pirate. So imagine the god tier trolling that Oda could pull when Marshall D. Teach challenges Luffy to this high stakes, ridiculous game. Definitely more ridiculous than this next one. Cyborg Frank.
There's no way that'll happen. I've heard people have a Davy Back fight with Shanks and they won't actually like fight, but then Luffy's gonna fight Blackbeard because he hates Blackbeard because he knows Blackbeard's the one that got Ace caught. That's the one that caught Ace, and basically, besides Aki Inu, he's the other person that's most important for killing Ace.
Frankie, the shipwright of the Straw Hats, built the Thousand Sunny after the old ship, the Going Merry, finally had to be retired after being terribly damaged in many voyages. But before he built the ship, it was revealed that Frankie had hidden the blueprints to the ancient weapon Pluton, an all-powerful warship, for decades. He even went so far as to burn the blueprints to protect them from ever falling into the hands of the world's government. But with his technological genius, what if he actually transferred parts of the designs into his dream ship? Could the Thousand Sunny be hiding some crazy weaponry? Is Oda finally going to give us the ship-to-ship combat that we've always been waiting for? Okay, now these next three theories.
Well, that's always, I think it's possible that he could have used some of the, if he noticed anything, maybe he did use something. I don't think that's that crazy of a theory.
Theories are all related, and they deal with one of the most theorized about powers in all of One Piece. In Dressrosa, Don Quixote Flamingo revealed the secret hidden power of the Ope Ope no Mi, the fruit used by Trafalgar Law. Apparently, the fruit's immortality surgery ability can sacrifice the user's life in order to give someone else immortality. Doflamingo wanted Law to use this power on him.
Yeah, he had that what was it, the galleon, or however how you say it, cannon or whatever. That could have been, that seems like a pretty super duper weapon.
But thankfully, Luffy saved the day and defeated the warlord first. Viewers have noticed though that a certain set of characters always appear to be the same age even when they appear in flashbacks. Usually when we see a flashback 20 or so years ago, we see the younger versions of Rayleigh or Garp or whatever other character. it's kind of always clear that they've aged since that point. However, the 5 Elder Stars, the Gorosei, always appear to look exactly the same. And we can also guess that the same is true for the secret leader of the worlds, Im-sama. So did several previous users of the Ope Ope no Mi sacrifice their lives to give the rulers of the world government eternal life? And if so, would it make sense that Doflamingo, a celestial dragon, would know about just that power? And so, Law having this crazy power at all kind of begs the question, who's he going to use the immortality surgery on? Oh.
It really is weird because, like, Oda brings up something. It does seem like he's got to do it, though, at this point. You know, they made such a big deal about the immortality surgery. Now, he could just do it and use, like, just say it was the Gorosei and they had it done before, so that would be a way of doing it. But, like, I don't know if Law is going to sacrifice himself for anybody in particular.
Oh, also, this video is sponsored by Zen Market. If you also want to get your hands on any Japanese One Piece merch like this right now, since the yen has on some usually pretty expensive Japanese from different stores into one first item with such an earth-shattering power, telling to introduce such an earth-shattering power and have it never be relevant again in the story.
You think he really would? I don't know if he would kill himself for Luffy. Because I know a lot of people have that theory on Wano or something. I could see him doing it for like Beppo or something. Like if Beppo was about to die. Unless like Law was about to die already or something. Like he was gonna die. But I mean, with his power, he'd probably be able to save himself, so I don't know if he would.
Well,
what if you did the immortality surgery on yourself? How would that work? Could you do that?
One obvious person for him to use it on would of course be Straw Hat Luffy himself. Ever since the time skip, Law has been Luffy's greatest ally in the ongoing conflict against Doflamingo, Kaido, and Big Mom. And while technically the two are rivals for the One Piece, one could definitely imagine a scenario where
it sounds similar to like this theory or something or video I watched that Brook, since he had the revive fruit, he should have ate a second devil fruit, and then if it would have killed him, he still would have came back to life. So he wasted his chance to eat 2 devil fruits.
Luffy's life is threatened, so Law sacrifices himself to save his ally. I mean, that would be absolutely heart-wrenching and possibly the saddest death in the entire series. After all, we've spent a lot more time with Law than we ever did with someone like Ace or Whitebeard. What do you think? After all the
I think if he was going to do it, I could have seen him do it, like, say if Luffy is fighting Doflamingo, and Doflamingo was about to kill Luffy, and he saw that that was the only way that he could have Doflamingo get beat, maybe he would have done it then. I just don't know. I don't know if Law is going to do that, but I mean, it's not impossible, I guess.
Fake out deaths we've had, do you think Oda would actually be bold enough to kill off a fan favorite like Law? And speaking of killing off characters, here's the most controversial one that Oda could possibly kill. At the end of the series, will Luffy die? Let's say that Law doesn't make the ultimate sacrifice to make Luffy immortal. We hate to say it, but Luffy has some pretty bad death flags for a main character. First off, he wants to be the Pirate King, and we all know what happened to the last Pirate King, a little thing called a public execution. Maybe Luffy's death will be what sets off a brand new pirate era.
Oh my god, they could definitely do that. That would be the thing.
Secondly though, just think of all the times that it's been hinted at that Luffy is shortening his lifespan. When he uses Gear 2nd for the first time on Enies Lobby, CP9 hints that such a technique would be shortening the user's life overall. When he received his hormonal treatments from Ivankov, they also warned that it would take years of his life. And even super recently, during the fight against Kaido, after using Gear 5 for a while, Luffy appeared to transform into an elderly man temporarily. So just how much lifespan does Luffy really have left that he can shorten? And we've made it finally back to Crocomom, the crazy theory that we hinted at the beginning of this video. But wait a minute, if this is only number 8 of 11, so you mean that there are 3 more theories even wilder than this? Oh yeah, you should really stay tuned for the last 3.
The thing with these videos, a lot of them are like going to be the same theories over and over again.
But first, here is Crocomom. This one is one of the most long-run.
Welcome to Hawthorne Island. We make the best food in the world.
Could we please get a little bread?
No.
The game.
Running most memeified and weirdly believable theory.
I think he was 16 when he started. I think he's 18 now. Oh, he was 17 and now he's 19. He's going to explain how this guy can be Luffy's mom. You asked about it earlier.
In the entire fanbase. When Luffy helped Crocodile and Co break out of Impel Down, Emporio Ivankov convinced this former warlord to be on his best behavior by holding some deep, dark secret over him. And given that the person who knows Crocodile's secret is Ivankov,
that big tall person with the purple hair, that's the one that has the power to change people's sex.
Ivankov, who can notably change people's genders with their hormonal powers, well, it's heavily speculated that Crocodile was actually born a woman and asked Ivankov to be turned into a man. But this fan theory takes this speculation even one step further. It kind of suggests that not only was Crocodile a woman, she's actually Luffy's mother. After all, Oda has stated that Luffy's mom is a character that he's
Well, I mean, he was 17 when he, so you're pretty much grown at 17. And then now he's 19. Like, you don't age that much different-wise in a couple of years at that point. That thing he was showing earlier, it was like an effect from one of his powers where he looked old after that. He doesn't look like that all the time or nothing. Oh yeah, I forgot she doesn't know any of that. I'm thinking like she knew that. I mean, technically he's like the same age as me. If you think about it, since One Piece has been going on so long. Hell, he might actually technically be older than me if he lived real life time. And it's kind of, I don't know. I don't know whether or not it's originally a lady or originally a man, because he can change his own gender too. And that picture he just showed, that was his male form. Yeah, basically.
He's drawn repeatedly before. So
but he can also change where it turns into like a full-on, where you tell it's definitely a woman.
Really, this guy...
Have you ever seen Rocky Horror Picture Show? He's based off of Dr. Frankenfurter. You know, the Tim Curry's character? That's who he's based off of. You know, because he's a transvestite, transsexual from Transylvania or something. So, that's what that character is based off of. Yeah.
Guess is as good as any other we have. Okay, now for our final 3 crazy theories that you probably didn't know existed, we have theory.
Let's see.
showing up on the first page of Google might not be the best for everyone.
You want a front row seat.
This is his introduction in One Piece.
What is this? Did you sleep tight, little candy boy? Or should I say, little bum boy?
How do you know my name?
Thank you for coming. Are you ready? To get here, you have to pass through the sewers of Impel Down. Following paths that shouldn't exist to a place beyond imagination. It's a prisoner's paradise. We've got every pleasure you could ever beg for right here.
Yeah, I think so too.
Weapons, games, but most of all, we have freedom.
Yeah, you said it. We got a freedom.
Looks like the jailers are clipping their tops again. Prisoners have disappeared. They've been pulled down.
I can't watch any more of it. YouTube caught me. It's copyright. If I keep doing it, I'll take my stream off. Here's the Japanese one. Let's see if it's got copyright on it too. Okama basically means like transgender in Japanese. And then Kempo means like fighting style or karate or whatever. Or a slang for homosexuality, actually, is what it says. No, Sanji's a boy. Shit. They caught me again. I can't show this. It'll cancel me. Wait, I can show it probably without the audio, so you can see her, or him, or it, or whatever. I wonder if it would catch it on like if I sped through it.
ゲーム何より自由があるわ。俺たちだ。そうそう、今日も看守たちが騒いで囚人が消えた、魔界に引きずり込まれたってね。でも残念、みんなここにいるわ。ここが魔界じゃないかって。強いて言うならオカマ界、誰も知らない裏社会。ようこそここは1分ダウンレベル 5.5 番地、囚人たちの秘密の。
It can even register if it's on 2x speed. But that's Ivankov, this one right here in the middle with the purple hair and the crown on. I don't know if it shows like when they can transform into a female version too. Yeah, so that's what its powers right here. Apparently, even if it's muted, it can detect it. But so it can turn into a girl. All right, there, yeah. If my stream goes down, it's because they caught me on the copyright. That's the female when he turns himself into a female. So I guess technically he's a man the other times, and then he can transform into a female.
About the One Piece itself. Theory number 9 is that the One Piece isn't in the Grand Line at all, it's on the moon. Now listen, if this is the first time that you hear this, I promise.
Yes, the swan guy that Sanji fought in Alabasta.
Does this...
That's Mr. 2 or Bon Clay.
Makes more sense than you think. If you're an anime-only watcher, you might not realize just how important the moon is actually to the story of One Piece. Because in the manga itself...
Is this copyright too? I've been watching his other videos.
Oda often uses cover pages of chapters to tell side stories about what other characters are up to all around the world. And so after Skypiea, we got to see Enel fulfill his dream of traveling to the Fairyworth, aka the moon. And what was, and honestly still is shocking, was that the moon was actually inhabited. Enel ran into alien space pirates and an army of automatons. He even found the ruins of an ancient civilization that would appear to depict the winged races of the Sky Islands, together with images of what looks like to be the ancient weapons. So if the moon is connected to some mysterious ancient civilization, could it be possible that the greatest treasure, the One Piece, is there as well? Or maybe the One Piece is something else. Maybe it's nothing. There's no treasure at all. Now, this theory is practically as old as the entire series, with fans constantly joking that the One Piece would be the adventure itself, or the friends we made along the way. Oda has actually gone out of his way to state that the One Piece is a physical treasure. But knowing how hard Oda can troll if he wants, we wouldn't put it past him for that physical treasure to be a written note from Roger that says, the real treasure is friendship. Honestly, I know a few fans who would probably burn all their mangas if that were true, but the joke would be on them because the series would already be over. But I highly doubt that Oda would let us down. Instead, the One Piece treasure will probably be something completely awesome. Something like the One Piece.
Yeah, I think that's just people being crazy. I don't like the whole idea they gotta go into space and all that shit. Maybe we'll learn they came from there or something, I don't know, but like...
Oh, watch this, but... What's that mean? Oh, look at the legs, the way it runs down on glass. Somehow about how the way it's supposed to affect the taste buds. I'm like, who gives a flying F about the legs? I just want to know what it tastes like when I taste it. Okay, we got to do the smell test to it. You know, it's got it. Smells good. Got a good aroma to it. Yeah, it's a nice bouquet. That is indeed a tasty beverage. Oh, watch this, but.
All right, Liz. It's been fun catching up. Don't be getting any pet dogs anytime soon, since he's in South Dakota now. Okay. I'm probably gonna go to bed too. Well, lay down after this anyway.
Is Luffy destroying the Red Line, the massive continent that circles the globe and separates the
Dude, watch out. Fuck. You know what that girl said on Twitter? Every woman fucks dogs, so be careful.
planet into 4 distinct oceans. Oh wait, why would destroying the Red Line be a treasure? Well, this would very literally make the world into one piece by uniting all 4 oceans into one. A couple of big hints for this theory are that Merijoa, the capital of the world government, is located
Sounds like a
on
fair
top
enough
of the
trade.
Red Line. If Luffy ends up going to war
What if she gets a red-headed dog?
against the world government and takes the fight to them, well, destroying Pangaea Castle might result in destroying the Red Line itself. In addition, when the crew was on Fishman Island, the fortune teller Madame Charlie prophesied that Luffy would destroy Fishman Island. And since Fishman Island just happens to be located beneath the Red Line, directly beneath Merijoa, that would make sense. We also have hints such as the whale Laboon, the first character we met in the Grand Line, repeatedly bashing his head against the Red Line, trying to destroy it. So bringing down the Red Line would mean uniting the world and bringing the people together into one people, one piece. Now these were really just 11 of the wildest theories that I found after doing tons and tons of research, and I just discussed this one about Ors being the original Joy Boy that will
Well, we know that's not true at this point. I don't know when he came up with that theory, though. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's just people like, ever since Oda did that whole moon thing with NL and everything, motherfuckers just went crazy about space and shit. Especially after he did the cover story with the whole fucking, the aliens or all that shit. I don't, yeah, it would make no damn sense. Like, I mean, a lot of the wildest ones, I mean, even some of the ones that kind of, like, have some kind of thing, they all, a lot of them have to be kind of, messed with. But some, yeah, some are way worse than others. I mean, I'm honestly don't think it's impossible that Crocodile used to be a woman. I don't think that Crocodile's Luffy's mom, but that Crocodile was a woman at some point. It's not like impossible for me, especially with Ivankov and Ivankov knowing his secret and all this. Now it could be totally something else, but I could definitely see that being a possibility. Like the ones where they think a person is a devil fruit or something like that. Well, that'd be a pretty dangerous dildo. Remember, he could take it off and it has like poison in it. Damn. My goddamn scar itches. And it's where they put the thing in, there's like a bump because I got that damn plate in my arm. It feels weird when I rub my finger over it, so when I gotta like scratch it. Yeah, don't tell that girl on Twitter I was talking about earlier. She'll get like a crocodile, fucking a crocodile hook and use it. Sure had that one picture where she had like this bunch of fucking like damn dildos, like dragon dildo, and I don't even know what all else dildo she had in that picture. Crazy. Crazy ass white women. Shit. Alright, I'm going to call it for tonight. I'm getting kind of tired. I'm going to lay down. Glad you finally got to South Dakota, man. Hopefully you like it there a lot. And hopefully Tuesday I'll finally get some of that lawsuit shit settled, hopefully. Fucking lawyers, dude. Oh, God, they're fucking horrible to deal with. Lawyers, insurance, doctors, all the worst kind of fucking people you can deal with. Then eventually, someday... And someday I'm going to have to deal with the cops. I got to find out if that bitch that hit me went to jail or not. But I just got so much other shit on my plate, I didn't feel like dealing with that until everything else got finished. Hopefully she got some jail time or something for almost killing my ass. But you never fucking know. Well, hopefully you don't get no more 4 feet of snow. Hopefully Liz don't lose her power and all that shit. Hopefully she gets up there soon and everything. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I was going to say she's a white woman, but I don't know what her race is. I just know that she's a female and she was high on drugs and passed out and almost killed me. I was going to say that might not be a punishment. If this was some like other kind of country, like she's got to become like, since she like ruined part of my life, she's got to come become my wife and like take care of me for the rest of her life. That's her sentence. Kind of like in them other countries, like supposedly like if your brother's wife, like if your brother died, you were supposed to take his wife. So like that's what she has to do. She has to become my wife and like from here on out. The girl that hit me, or the girl that fucks dogs on Twitter? Which one? I'd say the likelihood of either one of them happening is pretty slim. Because from what I understand, she's like a stupid young girl. So like she'd be way... Yeah, we go out on a date, or like we're about to get married, and she tells me this story about how she like hit this guy and almost killed him. That'd be like a Jerry Springer episode, like where you find out that you're fucking your sister that you didn't know was your sister. Find out that I'm dating and about to marry the girl that almost killed me. Yeah, I think dog fucking and almost killing me and not a hit and run, because I don't think they could run, but like a fucking dog fucking woman and the person almost killed me in a car accident. Those would probably be two, like, I think we're gonna break up now. I'm gonna go move to like North Dakota. Yeah. I figure, I mean, I hope at the very least she lost her license, but I know, motherfucker, my mom used to have this boyfriend, and he had like a bunch of DUIs. A bunch. And he always got off. God damn, dude, that's a horrible choice. Dog fucker or a girl that almost killed me. Is this are we assuming that they're like everything else is equal? Like they're both the same, like attractiveness, intelligence, money, all that kind of stuff. Like that would be the only difference. Like they would be very comparable aside from those two things. Yeah, but well, like they're equal aside from those two things, though. I'm just getting that out of the way because I have an answer if they're not equal. Aside from that, but if they're equal, then probably have a different answer. You know, notwithstanding, all things equal, except for one almost killed me and one fucks dogs. Would they still be fucking not equal as you know them? Well, I don't know what that other girl looks like. And I'm guessing she's not that great because she's a drug addict. I guess I'd have to take the dog fucker. If we're talking that girl specifically, what I know about her and what I know about the girl that almost hit me, then I would probably pick the dog fucker. First of all, I could always just not fuck her, right? But she could make her OnlyFans and, like, you know, she could support me. So at least, or make something. She could make her dog fucking videos and support me. So I guess I'd pick the dog fucker girl. Man, it's kind of hard to, like, you know. It's like, but I have to film it? Fuck. Jesus, dude. Do I have to, like, drive the fucking drug addict girl around? But because she doesn't have a driver's license because she almost killed me? I mean, I'll just set the tripod up and, like, close my eyes. That's a pretty bad choice, man. It's like you can either marry the girl that killed your father or the girl that raped your brother. Like, which one do you choose? You know, it's like, fuck. I'll buy some earplugs. I'll do this. I'll just do it like this. I'll set this up. I'll hit record on that. And I'll just go in the corner like a cuck and, like, close my eyes and put my fingers in my ear. I don't know. It'd be pretty hard for me to want to, like, I think there's more upside to the dog fucking girl than there is the girl that hit me. You know what I'm saying? First of all, almost kills me, ruins my life. She doesn't seem to have any prospects unless she's hot. You know? I mean, I'm thinking of everything else. Like, what other things they would bring to the thing. Like, God knows, if that girl's that fucked up a drug addict, God knows what else. She probably fucks dogs, too. I said, you didn't say I had to fuck her. You said, like, go out with her or whatever. Right? Well, it'd be easier for you because, unless you're meaning she hit you, because, I mean, I'll marry her, but I won't fuck her. How about that? And she can, like, provide for me by me filming her fucking dogs and posting it on wherever the fuck we can. Or I'll take pictures of her, like, OnlyFans or whatever. Because I don't think you can post dog fucking on any of those. I think the dog fucking is just a hobby. The e-thought and being an e-girl, that's her career. Like, neither one of these is a good choice, my friend. I think you know that. I marry her, then I'll divorce her and take half of her OnlyFans dog fucking money. I mean, I guess if the girl that almost killed me is like super duper hot and like her parents are super duper rich or something, maybe. I mean, what's a third choice that could be worse? Dog fucker. Dog fucker, girl that almost kills you that's probably like a horrible drug addict. I mean, the only thing I could think of is if like it was somebody that literally killed somebody I cared about. Or like maybe even like a serial killer or something. I don't know. What's that woman? Oh, they made that movie Monster with Charlize Theron. What was her name? Something Warnos. That could be worse, maybe. Or maybe like some Karen SJW girl. Yeah, I mean, I guess that would probably be worse. That's what I'm saying. Like that would be. These are like not good choices, my friend. I mean, I probably wouldn't necessarily want. I wouldn't want to be with a girl that fucks dogs. I wouldn't want to be with a girl that's like that drugged out that she almost kills people. Even if it wasn't me, that wouldn't be a good choice, you know? I mean, I wouldn't even want to be. I don't think I'd even actually really want to be with like some OnlyFans girl. I mean, the only thing it would be is if there was like really love and like she was making a ton of money. I guess I could deal with it. An AIDS infected prostitute, maybe. That might be worse. A cannibal woman. Let's hope I never have. I got enough hard choices in my life as it is. Hopefully, I never have to make this choice. I mean, it depends. It's probably just like YouTube and Twitch. Like you're gonna have some people that can like make enough to get by. Then you're gonna have people that ain't making shit. And then you're gonna have people that are making like tons of money. I mean, I don't know what the average is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll fuck the dog fucking girl to get my money. I need my money. Okay? Why are you throwing out all these like impossible? I guess you got to give me one thing. I will answer the question. I'm not trying to obfuscate it too much. I will answer it. If the lawyer told me, if the judge came down, well, I'll make a little bit. God damn it, dude. What the fuck? Like, okay, do I have to fuck the dog? Or does the dog have, is the dog just fucking her? And also, I'm gonna make this one caveat, since you're throwing out all these crazy ass fucking hypotheticals. It's gonna depend on how much money the fucking settlement would be. Now, if they came to me and they said, well, you gotta fuck this dog fucker girl. Okay, can I go first? And then watch like a cuck in the corner? If they said, oh, the settlement's $10,000, I might be like, no. If they said, hey, it's, $600,000, then yeah, I'll fuck the girl and the dog can be there. But I'm not fucking the dog. It would take me a lot more money than that to fuck the dog. Or let the dog fuck me. I don't know which way you want to come up with this scenario. You know? I mean, these are extraordinary, extenuating circumstances, my friend. And even how bad, like, lawyers and all this insurance shit is, I can almost 100%... No, I usually ain't 100% on nothing. But I'll 100%. The lawyer is not going to tell me I have to fuck either a dog or I have to fuck a dog fucking girl to get my settlement. I don't think that would pass. I don't think that would fly. That's some sort of like, that would be some sort of like fucking jigsaw lawyer comedy show or something, where like that you combine, like you have to win your case, you have to do some sort of weird ass shit. Like one episode you have to fuck the girl that fucks the dogs to get your settlement. The next one is like you have to like eat like bull testicles to get out of like a judge conviction or so. I mean like a criminal conviction. Yeah. It's like that movie. Oh, what's that movie called? You ever see that movie? Shit, what's it called? It's got it's called Nothing But Trouble. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Inside the car, please.
John Candy.
Read 'em? Yeah, that's nice, thanks. The lower back, please. I got an itch right up in there. It's good, thank you. Not today, sir.
This may be Valkenvania, but it is still America. And wouldn't mind, would you just write a ticket here, or we could settle it some other way, perhaps?
That's not the way things work around here.
What is this place?
Revolving District Court for the Village and Shire of Valkenvania is now in order. The Honorable Reeve Alvin Vulcanizer presides.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, if the thing comes in and this motherfucker comes up out of the thing like that, then I'm definitely gonna be I'm definitely gonna have to fuck a dog fucker to get my money.
Put out that dog rocket! Nothing but trouble.
Did he just call the cigar a dog rocket? Holy fuck. I'm definitely, if I got this judge, I'm definitely having to fuck the dog fucking girl to get my fucking settlement.
So sorry.
Hey, you know, you and I ought to spend a little more time together.
I'd like that.
Would you?
Welcome to the last resort.
You look pretty this evening, sister. Doing something different with your hair?
Where something's always cooking.
How about a nice Hawaiian punch?
We're some good friends.
Okay, let's eat.
Where someone's always shaken. And anything's better than house policy.
What's house policy? Whatever man touches her's the one she keeps. What?
All they wanted
Oh, no, wait a minute. I just went through a damn stoplight.
was a little getaway.
I think the two of you'd make a perfect couple.
You make this your bride? No, not in front of all these people, Your Honor. Now.
All they got was nothing but trouble.
Coming soon to a theater near you. Dog fuckers. They're everywhere. If I had my choice, I'm not fucking a dog fucking girl. Just to say, you know, worst case scenario, if there's no other choice, I guess I'd have to fuck the dog fucking girl. You know, to get my money. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, there's a lot of people do a lot worse to get a lot less. Alright, well, that was fun after... But I'm going to lay down. It's almost 12... Well, let's go 11:30 here, so I'm going to go to sleep. Hey, like I said, have a good one in South Dakota, man, and all that good stuff. Stay in touch and whatever. Like I said, if I get millions of dollars, I'm not getting millions of dollars off of this one. The car case would be the one I get more money off. This one's just a workman's comp, so. But if I get millions of dollars, I'll definitely come visit you in South Dakota. We're just not going to any pet shops with Liz, you know what I mean? Alright, man, have a good night.